Okay, we're coming in. We're going in. And we're live.
Yay!
Hi.
Hello. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the party. My name is Kevin, and I'll be your guide through the weirdness and gonzo world of Rifts. Yeah.
Yay!
So, we've got our whole crew tonight, which makes me super happy. And Throck, could you actually do the preamble for the channel?
Sure. Well, hello, everyone, and welcome to the party. Welcome to the party is dedicated to equity, inclusion, and education in gaming, and we think you should totally join us on our Discord, which is an amazing rocking place where you can find all sorts of games, discussions, and amazing human beings talking about all sorts of random crap. So check out our Discord. Somebody hit !Discord. Next up, I want to thank our sponsors, of course, Devinru and Tabletop Loot, but most importantly, So Nerdware. So Nerdware. It's the amazing merch shop. And what the nerds wear. If you head to sonerdware.com and use the code WELCOME, you will get 10% off your next amazing purchase, including WTTP swag of all sorts and sizes, from tumblers to t-shirts to outerwear to welcome to the party kissy face underwear. That's not a thing, but no, I'm going to see if I can make it a thing. So go check that out. And last but not least, check out our Patreon. Our Patreon is the best way to support the channel. There you can get podcasts a week early. You can get interviews with folks. You can get articles. You can get all sorts of stuff that is podcast exclusive and a couple of little extra bennies here and there. And I think finally, did we say it's a plus 10 for a
yes,
500 bits? For 100 bits?
For 100 bits, we will give a plus 10 to a skill roll. They have to declare it before the roll.
Yes.
Or a plus 2 to a d20 roll.
I love it.
For 500, it will be a complete re-roll
awesome.
of one roll of the player's choice after they roll.
How much to instantly just win?
It's Rifts, so $1,000.
Actual literal dollars.
It has to be mega dollars, so
You heard
that's
it,
actually
folks. Oh, well.
yeah, it's 100 times normal
You
dollar.
get $1,000 and you get an instant win, and you get an
So it's going to be 100 bits for a plus 10 on a character's roll, or a plus 2 on a d20 for things like 2-hit, or 500 for a free reroll. Can we say 1,000 for an automatic crit, or is that too much?
I like that. Come on, an automatic.
Okay.
All right, and 1,000 for an automatic crit. Okay.
Please remember that you could also give those to me.
Yes.
No,
Just FYI.
No.
Yep.
As much as I don't like that, I think it's fair.
The Rift's world does not need any help whooping our ass. Believe me.
I don't know. I'm doing pretty okay, actually. I feel pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. Keep telling the DM that. That's good. That's good. Thanks, man.
Okay. So, last week.
Oh, do we want to go around and do introductions?
Oh, yeah. So let's do our introductions and say who you are. So we're going to start with Maxine.
Hi, guys. My name is Maxine Bachman, and/or that girl at that place, and I play Hello, the robot. Hello.
Hello.
All right.
Voice is
Kate.
dead, but it works.
Hi, I'm Kate. I go by me and Midair on the Twitters, and I play Iola, the wizard thief half fairy.
All right. And Evan.
Hello, I am Evan. I'm Evan Jennings 64 on the Twitter and Zombie Love Juice on Instagram. And today I'm playing Jericho Jack, the badass human mercenary with a big fucking robotic arm, and it's awesome.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, buddy.
All right, Michelle.
Hi, I'm Michelle. I'm playing Jovra Nalath, a true Atlantean artifact hunter who has a dragon familiar named Zarzig.
All right, and Throck.
Well, hi there. My name's Throck, and I'm playing Harkins this evening. Harkins is a psychic gunslinger from the New West who's got a pet horse named Dahlia, and he likes her very much.
Nice.
And that horse is a robot.
As it should be.
Indeed.
So, does anyone remember what we've been doing in our main storyline? So, I'm going to give a quick recap of what happened last week. Last week, we went into the past and found Jovra and Iola meeting up with some special guests, Cassidy Sunshine and Willa, in 105 P or 106 PA, just after the start of the Tolkien War. And they met, fought some vampires with some friends and a mysterious gunslinger, and won. Jovra recovered her grandmother's crystal items. Her grandmother was a crafter of crystal magic, and bonded with Iola. And it turns out that gunslinger that was with us turned out to be a Harkins who had his mind wiped and did not know who he was anymore. So there was that. Does anyone want to go in where we were with our main line, or do you need a reminder?
I blew up a bunch of shit.
That's generally true. Evan, go ahead.
So first of all, I want to say how fucking jealous I am that you all got to do From Dusk Till Dawn and I wasn't there. Fighting vampires in a bar sounds fucking awesome.
I know, right?
Or wherever you were, just killing vampires sounds great. Anyway, so last we left off, we were sent to go capture a thing. There was a big deal going off, and there was like somebody was selling something very
a Millennium
precious.
Staff.
Yeah, but did we know that at the time going in? Whatever. So we were sent by Castle Refuge to go collect this super badass item that was being sold in the black market. We get there, it turns out the people who are selling it are a coalition guy who's split off from the main group. And then in the middle of us trying to get the stuff, the actual coalition showed up and started like fucking everybody up. So we in turn fucked the coalition up. Is my microphone getting a lot louder? To anybody else?
No.
Okay. All right. That's fine.
To me.
Okay. So we ended up in this huge fight with the coalition in this town, and I guess in my mind, I thought the town was like kind of abandoned, but it totally, I guess, isn't. And we really fucked that place up. We left a lot of destruction.
Yeah, but it was fun.
Yeah, it was. I exploded a dog boy with my awesome motorcycle saw blades. Jova escaped with the staff, I believe, or Iola escaped with the staff.
Yeah, we both did.
Yeah, you
Everybody
guys.
did. It's like, yeah.
Yeah, I believe in the end we were all able to escape with the item intact and with all of our health still intact. I don't think anybody got really hurt, but a lot of damage was done. And I think just as we were leaving, Hello saw fit to. Was it you that unloaded?
Yeah, I christened
gun?
the area with a smiley face.
Unloaded the chain gun to draw a giant smiley face in one of the buildings as I guess I'm sorry to the people of town, or just a greeting, a friendly reminder. And the Iron Riders made our escape from the town, and I guess we are heading back towards Castle Refuge with our goods. I believe Iola's riding with me, Jovra, and is the dragon on top? Oh, dragon might be inside.
Zarsig's inside. Hello is on top.
Okay, yes. Hello, magnets to shit. I forgot. And then Harkin is riding his valiant steed.
On a steel horse I ride.
Oh my god! Literally.
Cause I want it.
Are you?
No, I don't actually know if I
about
want it.
this.
I don't actually know.
We
Yeah.
need to discuss that because we're on a team. So I don't think I missed anything.
No, that was pretty thorough.
Harkin got in a badass gunfight with a 3-armed gunslinger. Sorry, I forgot about that part.
Yeah,
it was fucking
that
cool,
happened.
and he tore his ass up, which was pretty sweet.
All right. So this week, we're gonna start by coming in on the APC with Hello on the top, and Jova riding it when suddenly Hello falls off.
Whoa! I want to.
Okay, stop the car.
Yeah, I stopped my bike.
I stopped the horse.
Okay.
Did you cover your camera because Hello fell asleep? Okay.
So you go out there to look at Hello. You pull over and get out of the car and you walk over and you see the body of Hello is kind of hollow now. There's no green goo inside it at the moment.
I think a
Hello?
robot died.
I don't know robot CPR.
I got nothing.
I want to go up and futz with the canister that holds the goo. Is the goo not in there?
It's nowhere to be found.
I
You
want to.
examine it. Is it cracked?
No.
Perhaps it retracted into itself somehow up into like a housing or something.
Gross.
All right. So, you guys are sitting there inspecting it when we're gonna cut this. We're gonna switch scenes with a sharp cut to a bright room. And if we could have hello back on screen. There we go. Thank you.
I'm also trying to get into Roll20, so my apologies. I'll be going
So,
through.
hello. You suddenly see a white wall with a white door in front of you. You can hear machinery, and you can see as someone walks into the room. They're holding a clipboard, wearing a black, like, buttoned-up doctor's coat with a white trim on it. It's like an inch-wide trim on the edge of their white coat. On the white coat are the letters NEMA.
Neighbors.
You see them look. It is a black woman with tight braids or tight tight. What do they call those? Yeah, braids in her hair. Very short, tight braids.
Cornrows?
Not a, when they're up. I forget what
Bun?
there is. They're not down.
A bun?
Oh, there's cornrows and
The cornrows will work. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I'm forgetting the name for things.
French braids are the other one, but those are reversed. Cornrows are what are normally worn.
Yeah. So she looks around, looks quizzically at what in your direction, gets a very shocked look on her face, looks behind her, starts waving and clearly screaming at somebody. And you can, what do you attempt to do?
I'm gonna kind of stand there for a second and then just take a few steps back with.
You can't move whatsoever.
I'm gonna go ahead and look around and see what's to the sides of me.
Your head doesn't tilt.
Okay.
After a moment, you see a man with glasses, a white man with short brown hair, run in, also wearing a lab coat very similar to hers, run over to basically where your head is, and you can see, like, his lab coat is partially over some kind of tube that you appear to be in.
Mm-hmm.
And his also says NEMA, NEMA, but inside the thing you can see a name tag and an ID that says Scott Thompson, clearance black.
On his?
Yes.
Okay.
At this point, everything flashes again. Suddenly, the housing for the robot is filled with green goo again. And you're back to normal.
So what was black? It was, what did you say was black?
They had black trench coats, but he had, I think it was priority black or clearance black.
Okay, clearance. Okay.
You alive, robot?
Yeah, we're looking at the canister. We're just going, hello?
And as the stuff kind of the green kind of it kind of looks like it's filling the chamber, and then it goes, and then the her bionic eye just kind of like robotic kind of goes like off and then turns on. Hello.
Are you okay?
Yes.
Are you functioning properly?
And you kind of hear some like beep, beep, boop, boop, boop. Yes.
You went away.
I kind of just look back and forth. I am still here.
You fell off the truck. All your green bits went away. And everything turned off. And now you're back.
She kind of like, you just see like her head kind of look down over her body. Interesting. And her art, like the goop kind of goes out. On her side, on the side of her head, there's the 2 portals, and there's 2 portals on the sides of her body as well. And the goop kind of comes out of the sides of her arm and pushes her up so that she's standing up, and then wiggles back into her body.
Has this happened to you before? Is it something you should have warned us about?
And then more like diagnostic kind of sounds. I do not believe so. Everything is okay.
It is
You're
obviously
broken.
Yeah.
We gotta get you fixed or something. You are busted. Robots just don't turn off and then turn back on. That's a broken robot.
I believe that my diagnostic check has come up with no malfunctions.
Well, if you're broken, I bet it would. Come on, let's keep going. Get back on my bike.
I just kind of putter, like a bit of fumes kind of go out, and my body just kind of lifts up again, and I back over to the car, up on top of it.
All right, you lock back onto the car. So the scene's gonna pan now, past a sign that says bald knob, 7 miles.
That's a shot. Iola, look.
And she'll just laugh really hard because it's always funny when towns are named weird.
Bald knob.
That name seems to continuously amuse humans.
I mean, it's kind of funny, Jovra.
I know you have explained it to me before in many of the other jokes in our time together. I'm beginning to understand.
Yeah, you really sound like you get it.
I understand. I do not find it funny, but I understand.
You're just gonna have to understand. Jovra's like this. It's okay.
I grew up near a place called Butt.
Did you say butt or
Butte?
Butte, but everyone called it Butt.
Called it Butt. Nice.
Look at how miserable Harkin is. It has to be Butt. That was definitely his hometown.
At least it wasn't boring.
That it was not.
Depends on how good of a butt it was. Hey! Good
Hey-o!
Lord. God, I'm good. Actually, you know what? Speaking of a town, is there a place nearby that we can, rest up for the night? I don't think we should drive all the way through to Refuge.
There's a sign that says Bald Knob 7, Providence 10.
You guys want to swing in here?
My only
Do we know
concern
anything
is
about these towns? Are they?
Bald Knob was the town that you were in last week.
I wonder
Oh,
if
that's
Dante.
right.
I wonder if Dante. I wonder if
yeah.
Dante remembers us. I remember compensating Dante for the damage. We left on good terms.
Yeah, we should go see.
Yeah.
if I may, my only concern is we have that incredibly valuable staff with us. How far is it to get back to Castle Refuge from here?
It's gonna take a couple of hours in this. Sorry, I'm trying to make my report. It's gonna take at least 3 hours in this conditions. You're driving through a lot of forested areas, which is slowing you down, but you're making decent time.
Because we have the staff is why I want to stop.
Wait, you want? It feels like it increases our exposure to danger. If we stop, however.
It might, but we need to talk about this. I don't want us to go to Castle Refuge before we talk about that staff. And
Why?
I think stopping in a town's perfect spot. I'd rather do it in a town than out in the open.
I was going to propose the same thing, Jericho. I have my concerns because I know what this is.
There you go.
All
I
right.
don't, but I still have concerns.
Iola, I have concerns.
That's fine. We can stop.
Thank you.
All right. I'm going to turn my bike towards Bald Knob.
All right. So you follow what used to be a Route 67 until you come up towards a sign that says Bald Knob Refuge National Park, which is basically half in the ground. And just beyond it, you see a walled city that is now merely walls.
What?
And
Where's the city part, though?
the walls are crumbled and destroyed. Inside the town is mostly rubble.
Oh, no.
I thought you guys said you knew somebody here.
We did.
Can we go by where the last drop was?
Yeah. You go into town and it's hard to get through because the thoroughness of the bombing here.
Oh, shit.
There's a lot of marks of munitions. There's a lot of destruction. It looks like whoever did this was going to be thorough and took their time clearing everything away.
Can I use my intelligence to see if it was a coalition?
Yes.
Okay. I did not sign into Roll20. I am so sorry. You can continue to do stuff.
I will say, a deserted town that's already been bombed out seems to be as good a place as any to hide with this thing if we need to hide with it.
Agreed.
I have no recollection of this place, correct?
None whatsoever.
Okay, that's fine.
The entire place is rubble. You could dig and maybe find some basement that survived.
Can I sense any magic around here at all? Like there's any kind of being that has magic, anything at all?
You're not sensing much magic whatsoever. There's the ambient natural life. There's a couple of animals in the ruins. You see a deer climb on top of one of the buildings before taking off.
Okay.
I got 0 intelligence on my check.
So no successes?
I'm not sure where the bombing came from, I guess.
Does anyone else have anything that might investigate that? Or
Let's see.
I may, but Roll20 is not allowing me. Oh, there it goes. Okay. I've been sitting here trying to get into it. Me and Roll20 man, not friends. And I'm the technology person.
I always forget my password every time I sign into Roll20. It's fun.
Yep. It took me 3 tries just now.
Yep. Okay.
But yeah, this town has clearly been razed.
No life in here as far as we can see. Like, are there people scavenging in here? Does it
doesn't look like there's any scavengers. It looks like some stuff might have been scavenged. The destruction is at least I'll say a year old at least. If not longer.
Okay. This place
got some things starting to grow back in between cracks of cement and whatnot.
Wait, didn't I take the coalition Jeep thing that I had taken over with me?
You weren't going to be able to hold on to it for long.
Yeah, but didn't we just drive it? Like
it was you were
out.
advised. Yeah, it kicked you out and shut itself down.
Right. Okay. Does the vehicle that we are in now have like a scanning system or like a
Yeah, it has your standard radar array. It doesn't have like a lab.
Yeah.
But it has,
Like, would I be able to kind of use it to see if there's any like trace of living life form or just like movement or anything like that? Or is it not that kind of scanning system?
You guys can see with your eyes that there's some wildlife here.
Yeah.
You're not seeing any people. You're not picking up any signs. The radar there isn't detecting much movement of anything bigger than like a small deer.
Okay.
So if I send Zarzik up to do a quick, look around because she can.
Yeah. Look at you.
She see anything?
Jover and I were in the ward do we know what coalition damage looks like? Or because I don't know if I have a specific skill that attests to that, but
Yeah, you did see some very direct bombings. And to be honest, yes, this does look very similar to a bombing run. As Zarsig flies up into the sky, she looks down and can see the pattern of destruction was clearly a bombing pattern, a bombing run.
This
From
looks this
height.
looks like a bombing run we've seen before, Iola.
bad. But why?
Coalition?
Yes.
Yeah, I thought so.
Why?
Iola.
Huh?
What did you take off of that Sky Stalker?
A vibroblade
Did you take anything else?
and a pistol.
Give me the pistol.
Yeah, I'll give you the pistol.
You do?
Yeah, I'll give you the pistol. I don't care.
I pocket the no. I take the pistol.
I don't want it, so you can have it.
Myers, would I have to roll to tell where in here they would put like a GPS chip?
Let's see. Well, to be honest, it wouldn't be a GPS chip because satellites.
Oh, right.
But they do have some kind of mechanism that if they pinged it from a distance, like a Bluetooth.
So it's a shorter distance. That's good.
Yeah, they built it kind of into the middle of it. You'd have to take the gun entirely apart.
That's fine. I crush the shit out of it with my robot hand. Do you think would I know that would destroy the mechanism inside?
Yeah, you could do it well enough to. You might want to take the clip out first.
Yeah, because those are worth money.
That makes sense.
They're also a small
explode.
grenade. Yeah.
Because these are like energy bullets or something.
But
right?
can I have the clip?
We don't need that. What are you talking about?
I check the clip. Does it have anything on it?
They don't track the clips.
Good. Yep. And I crush
Another clip.
the gun. So from now on, I don't know how many coalition you guys have fought. I just want to discard the destroyed piece of metal. But don't take their weapons. They usually put tracking in their weapons. And they'll
But this is okay?
The knife
should be fine.
Okay.
Yeah. So, first of all, the reason I wanted to stop, I'm sorry that this town is destroyed. It looks like a shithole. I guess whoever you knew here is dead or they left. But
They left.
hopefully. But the reason I wanted to stop was because I've never made so much money off of easy jobs. So Castle Refuge is definitely A-okay in my book. But I do not like that we keep fighting the coalition. I don't know if you guys have fought a lot of coalition. They're really bad fucking news. But that aside, with this thing, look, we were sent to get this thing and bring it to Castle Refuge, yeah? Clearly, if a coalition was splitting off to try to sell it, the black market was buying it, and then a kill team was sent to destroy the person and retrieve it, whatever this thing is fucking important. And if it's powerful, and I can tell it's something magical because it's made of wood, and nothing worth anything is made of wood unless it's some crazy magic shit. So, it's magic, it's potent, it's worth a lot to Castle Refuge and the coalition. I want to say maybe we either A, sell it to somebody else.
No.
Or B, one of you magic people keeps it.
No.
Hold on. You're stronger. We, as a group, as the Iron Riders, are now worth more because our firepower has increased. We also ensure that the coalition does not get this, this really powerful thing.
This is something that the coalition wants, and what we were hired to get. Do you not think we would have bounty hunters after us if we do not deliver?
Yeah, we probably would. And that's a good way to raise your rep, is by taking out bounty hunters. The higher the name, bam, people now want to hire the Iron Riders to do more dangerous missions.
All right.
Jericho, how about if I tell everyone what this is and we can decide?
Hey, I guess, all right, I guess that works too. I just need to know that is it worth a lot of money?
Yes,
That's what I thought.
Something concerns me. This is
Oh.
a millennium tree staff of life. They usually come anywhere with 8 to 14 buds, but this one only has 3 left.
So it
Hello,
sucks.
I don't know if you can. I don't know if I can tell if they've actually tried to carve into it and take the buds in order to artificially recreate this power, or can Hello do that? Can Hello scan
Well,
like the surface, or can I tell?
there's no marring on the surface of it. It doesn't. If someone dug into it with a knife, it does not appear that is has left any mark.
It does say here that I have appraise goods.
I have that as well.
The
I
skill.
have that as well, but
I
Yeah,
have a
if you'd like
question.
So-
What is the
Yeah.
implication of missing buds? What does that mean? Why is that important?
it can do many things. First, this can be as a weapon. It's great against supernatural beings, and especially vampires. Really like that. It can help you, the owner, once they basically attune to it, get used to it, become resistant more diseases and such. There's some spells that can be cast, but it's the restoration power. Some think it's bringing back from the dead. It's not like if you find someone dead who's been dead for like months and you can bring them back. It's more along the lines of, well, you officially die when the blood in your brain is gone, cannot be delivered. So there's that moment when the heart stops and someone stops breathing and there's still blood in the brain. That sort of, you can bring them back from that state, from comatose, and you can restore severed limbs and such. But this, when you use it, you permanently destroy 4 of the leaf buds when you do something like this. This only has 3 left.
So it's already been used a couple of times. Why is this of concern?
It's concerning because I wonder how I wonder if we got this from someone who was studying it. If the coalition purposely severed limbs from someone and then they used it and they studied its effects, if they killed and tried to bring and see how it did. Well, either way, it cannot do that anymore because it only has 3 buds left. And if it's used that way, it'll just disappear.
Does that mean that it's got 3 wishes left?
Um,
I zoned out halfway through what you were saying.
Uh,
You wish and bring people back to life, and you can get a bunch of shit.
no,
Can I wish for gold?
no, I'm sorry. This isn't like that. It could, I could heal minor wounds with it. But there's some spells, but it's all about curing illnesses and purifying water and food.
Well,
Really,
there-
right now in its state, it's a great weapon against vampires. It's nice to heal someone for a couple of hit points if someone's really bad. But
what are those?
What is hit points?
like
S-
healing, I'm sorry.
SDC. Here's one
Yeah.
of the things. SDC is a thing that people can talk about in this system.
Sorry, SDC and such.
And
but,
mega damage?
And mega damage.
and
Everyone
mega
knows
damage.
these qualities.
Yeah.
I believe HP is a quantity of life into which is used on other planets.
Yes. Forgive me, my travels.
I again fail to see why any of this matters. We entered into agreement fairly and should execute that agreement fairly. If there's
Well,
only
we
3
said
left, it's not even
honoring
all that
one's
powerful, and
heritage.
I can't imagine anyone more responsible than Aaron Ton and Sky Knights and Cyber Knights to hold an item like this.
You mean Tarn, who likes to travel everywhere, write stories, and then sell them?
Indeed.
No.
What is your problem with Aaron Ton? She's a freedom fighter. She is she fights for information that everyone can understand.
Jovra, do you maybe want to have more time with this thing? Like, would you rather? Because here's what's going to happen. All right, we're going to drop that thing off a castle refuge, and you're never going to touch it again. It's going to go in a vault, or it's going to go in their arsenal, or it's going to go in the hands of some asshole wizard who's standing on top of that ley line, and you're never going to touch that fucking thing. Why make someone else really powerful when you can make yourself really powerful? That's
It's
all I'm saying.
not yours to give.
It's not theirs to take. We stole it.
We agreed to
this-
do a job. We do the job.
If you would like this street cred, as you put it, then we should honor our word.
Yeah, I know. It's never good for a merc to go back.
It's not about honoring our word, Harkins. I'm not about breaking our word. That goes against my principles as well. These can be corrupted.
Do you believe it to be corrupted? Is that evidence that it's corrupted?
Not in this state.
How can you even tell? Is there a way to tell?
Is there a way I can tell? Can I sit with it for a while?
Yeah, it might take a little time. You don't know. Well, you'd have to give me a lore magic with a -10 penalty.
Damn.
Okay.
Because this is not the most common info.
Let's see. Lore. Magic. So if I did a roll on it, like how would I do then?
Just do the roll and we'll address and
Okay.
just subtract 10.
Oh.
So you didn't make it anyway. You don't know how these staves are corrupted. You do know they end up looking different, but you don't know the process. This one doesn't feel like that's happened.
Yeah, this hasn't happened. But what I'm saying is this doesn't need to become common knowledge. I don't even know how this even got here to this part of your world. These are, from what I've read, these are not, they're supposed to be from a different part of this world.
Well, we do have random dimensional portals that open from time to time irregularly throughout the entire planet. I can see many an explanation for how something got somewhere else, somewhere in the world.
True, we did rescue a spaceman out of his little motorcycle.
My fundamental concern is this. I will not be part of a group that will go back on a fairly agreed upon contract. That is,
That's not-
if
fair.
if as long
I'm
as
not-
we are going to turn that back in, I don't care what we do between then and now.
Is there a possibility that we could take another job to give us more time with said object, then return it if we believe that it is something that will not kill your society?
I feel like traveling with it is more dangerous than turning it into a big, safe fortress place with a bunch of military around it who hate the coalition.
Oh, we'll definitely have a target on our back, no doubt.
I'm not saying we should not turn this in, Harkins.
This is a big find, I assume. This thing is a big
Yes.
deal. Do you...
It is a power that, just holding it in my hand, if I wasn't the person that I was, if I did not have the training that I do, it can easily sway people. So Harkins, I think what I need to know from you is, I know we're turning this over. I'm not saying that I want to keep it. I need to know from you is that if someone in Castle Refuge starts to use this inappropriately, I will do something about that. I need to know if you will understand why I take action.
What is inappropriate? I don't understand. What is inappropriate? What does that mean?
Corrupting it to take life.
Hell yeah, if someone's murdering something with a giant magical artifact, I'm not going to stand idly by while it happens.
Fuck yeah, I'm down with killing them.
Murder happens all the time. We just did it.
And
the ends can
Yeah,
always justify the means to people in power.
but not with that thing. I
What?
think is
What?
you're
What? I
saying.
don't. That feels
What I'm
awfully
saying,
vague.
Harkins, is what you're missing is that someone at Castle Refuge might be thinking they're doing the right thing and still being harmful with it. And Jovra will not let that happen, and neither will I.
There is a difference between killing coalition assholes because they're
Mm.
shooting at you and taking out a corrupt motherfucker who has decided that he wants to use this thing for his own ill purposes, even if he believes they are good. If we know they are not, then I will take action.
Jobra,
yes, Jericho.
I want to get paid. I do. I saw an opportunity to maybe get paid more and maybe up our arsenal, Ratchet and Clank. But if you do if you don't want to do that, and if the group doesn't want to do that, I'm okay with that. Hey, I just wanted to throw it out there, feel you guys out, see what you wanted to do. But if you're saying that thing might be too dangerous, again, I don't know the potential. I wasn't listening, but it seems like you're really worried. Is that's basically a nuke in your hand, like a stick nuke, essentially? Because if it is, would you rather we lost it? Because we can always lose it. Drop it in the air.
I feel like that would be worse than giving it to someone where we know where it will be.
Well,
I absolutely agree with that.
Someone's going to find it, basically. But
like I said, I want to honor breaking contracts is against my code. I just wanted everyone to know what this is, my concerns. I don't want it to be twisted in order to poison, in order to drain life. It's meant to give life. It is meant to protect us from vampires and the awful supernatural creatures from the abyss. I want to make sure that it stays that way instead of being twisted and corrupted into the opposite of what it can be. And I just need to know if I have your back, if you have my back, if someone at Castle of Refuge does this.
Look, I trust you. If you tell me someone's corrupted that thing, and as powerful as you tell me it is, that's a real problem for me.
Okay, so we are in agreement. We will turn it in.
Yeah.
And then we'll just keep an eye out.
I have a question, Dan.
Yes.
So I have here Jimmy Rig as one of the
Jury
things.
rig.
Oh, yeah, that one. Does that mean that I can fashion like little objects or whatnot? Like I can make things, kind of like a crafting thing?
Jury rig is the MacGyver skill. It's the
Okay.
Duct tape it to another part skill.
Okay.
Rising too.
And it doesn't last forever.
Okay. I'm wondering if I could fashion a small object that we could either place within the wood or something that would be like a tracker or like if it got more messed with, like if there was a hard hammering on it or like feel the vibration of it, that it would let me know that something is happening to it.
Like you'd want to put into this some kind of mercury trigger that would transmit. See, the thing is, it's a solid piece of wood that was extruded as a single piece in the shape it's currently in.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
attempting to cut into it is difficult, but not impossible.
And that
but
is
it
correct.
also regenerates.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's unlikely you could make it stick. You could duct tape something to it.
But they would
But,
see that.
yeah, you're not going to be able to hide something inside the staff.
Okay, so Hella would know that would not work.
Now that you know what it can do, now we know what to look for if it is not used correctly.
Okay. Can I scan it just so that I have in my personal memory like what it's supposed to look like, the information that we have on it, kind of like
Yeah, make a wiki. You make a wiki file.
Yeah, exactly. Stick it in my floppy. On a floppy disk. Never mind.
Crazy. Boom.
So yes, you take a thorough scan of it. It allows you to do this. Like it's easy to do. You get its perfect dimensions. You create a list of powers that Jovra described, and potential signs of abuse that Jovra described,
Okay.
like poisonings and stuff like that.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
So, Jover, just so I understand what you're saying, do you want to maybe when we go here have a talk with these cyber knights and maybe be like, hey, don't do dirty shit with this? Is that basically what you wanted? Because I'm okay with doing that too. If you maybe they don't know everything that you know about it. I don't know. Maybe you should explain it to them.
I want to see their reaction first. I believe, Iola, the game poker you taught me
Mm-hmm.
not to reveal your hand too soon.
You want to see what their faces look like?
Yes.
But we know what their faces look like. We have met them before.
It's a term when someone makes an expression.
We have seen their expression. We have met them before.
Yeah, okay. Whatever.
Right.
Anyways, moving
Hey,
on.
hello. When we go to see them again, really watch their faces this time. It might change. There you go. That'll keep her occupied for a while. I'll go there. She won't talk. She'll watch. All right, then I guess we all agree. Want to head back to Refuge, drop this thing off, check out what the goody two shoes do with them.
Harkins, are you satisfied?
Yeah.
Right. Did you guys want to poke around here before we leave? You sounded like
Yeah, I want to see if we can find anything that's left of the bar whatsoever.
Ooh, a bar.
Yeah, it's called the
Um,
last drop.
The bar was kind of in the middle of town, and does look like it was like the center point for the bobbins. It was also like the biggest building in town.
Can I
And
roll
is
to
now-
find an intact bottle?
No.
Damn it.
The,
There's no
Can I
use to this
roll?
place.
Can I make a salvage roll and just see if I can find some
absolutely.
baubles and whatnot that I can take with me to create other cool things later on if needed?
Just to
Yes.
stick on yourself.
Make us. What was it? Let me check. All right.
A
So
bubbles check.
your bubble check. Well, your bubble bobble is a success.
Yay!
So you pull from the wreckage. Let's say there was a sign above the bar that said, "Welcome to Bald Knob." You find the welcome part separated from the bald knob. The two is nowhere to be found. You find parts of a tap and dispenser thing that is part of bars, a wet bar.
Mhm.
The hose and nozzle from a water dispenser at the bar. Some weaponry and armor, and a couple of bones.
Oh,
I'm going to take as much of that as will fit in me and or holding on to.
The bones are connected. The bones are connected to a harness
Ooh.
that is connected to other parts. It looks like wires should go between them.
I'd like to take the harness and
All
maybe
right.
one of the bones just so I can kind of we can possibly identify what it was there.
I mean, Sean knows
I
what it
think
was. I'm gonna shut up though.
Well,
I don't know what it is.
Jovra and Iola might remember that there was a juicer in that bar.
I do.
Gotcha.
I do.
So then I'm going to go ahead and bring out the harness. And if there's anything attached to the harness, I'm just going to grab the harness and just drag everything behind me. Like
There are parts of a skeleton, but not a whole one.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
The bombing was thorough and fiery and intentionally clearing the area.
Okay.
I want to know what they happened here. I want to ask Castle Refuge. They should know.
I will say, I believe that Hello has a power called Object Read.
Called what?
Object Read? Let me see. Because you said your sheet, you finally got it to open up.
Yeah.
And you've got a ton of psychic powers that, there's
Because
some.
Psychic robot. This game is awesome.
skills,
page.
combat,
Be under magic and
magic, and okay. What is it called?
Object Read. Let's see. Object Read would matter.
Mechanical commune. Okay,
Commune with spirits.
that could be cool.
Presence, let's see. Aura. You've got so many powers. So many powers.
So much power.
I don't think you've got clairvoyance though. So.
Oh, I see. Some of these things I haven't seen before because I leveled up. Aha, that would explain it.
I forgot that I leveled up.
You're completely.
Oh yes, everyone.
Guys, I
We're level
completely
2
forgot
now.
that I leveled up.
I was like, oh yeah.
Yeah.
So yes, for those leveling up, get a D6 hit points, and some people get to pick more skills. Anyone with ISP or PPE, that gets increased by a number that will be listed on your OCC. And there's one other thing. Oh, your hand-to-hand combat will go up a level. So check the chart on hand-to-hand combat for level 2, which is in the core book towards the end around page 300.
So the bones that I found that has the harness around it, is
Yes.
there anything like a bionic eye or a thing on there that I may use machine ghost upon?
There, you could get reading. It's really badly effed up. It's a computer that's been through a nuclear fire.
Okay.
In fact, everything has like a low level, slightly higher level background radiation.
Okay.
Not enough so that like if you stayed there for a couple of days, you might be in trouble, but
Gotcha. Okay.
not enough to concern you if you're going to be leaving.
Okay.
The
I would
computers are fried in it.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure I have anything that can help. I'm just gonna bring all of this stuff. Like I've got one like goopy arm holding like a bunch of weapons and stuff. And then you can see like there's one of my like the side compartments on the bottom is kind of like bulging and slightly open with some like bar tap stuff hanging out of it. And I'm just dragging behind this harness with some bones and stuff attached to it. And I just drop it in the middle of the group by the car.
Nice. Does any of the weapons or armor look salvageable?
No.
Okay. Does anything look sellable?
Not really. It's bad scrap.
This is just ruins to me.
Yeah.
I have no interest. I go back to the car and my bike.
Let's say there is a little evidence that things were picked over before. We'll say that.
Okay.
Yeah. The next closest town is Providence, if you wanted to stop there, or if you want to just go straight back to Refuge.
What do you guys think?
I'm fine to head straight back to Refuge unless there's some other reason we need to delay our return.
Nah, I say if we want to drop this thing off, I agree. I think we should head right there because the coalition is most likely trailing us.
I just wanted a moment to discuss things with you and to let you know my concerns, so I'm fine going back.
Cool. All right.
I have no opinion either way.
Oh, wait.
I'm gonna ride back with Jovra.
Alrighty. I hop back on my bike now. I can stretch out.
Yep, enjoy it.
While everybody's getting on their stuff, I'm gonna get up onto the car and pull and like kind of go and pull out, like break off one of the tabs, like that, the like pull tabs out of myself, and I'm kind of gonna like look at it and then look down at Jericho Jack and then look back at it and like try and stick it to my face like a nose, and then look back at him and see what his reaction is.
Take that shit off your face. Take that shit off your. What is that? Take that shit off your face.
This is not shit. It is a bar tab.
What are you, an elephant? I don't give a fuck.
I feel like it's Hello's goal in life just to wig out Jericho as much as possible.
Just to piss him off. Just
what
to...
can she do?
Okay. So as you travel, you get closer and
Flies
closer.
off in the car as we go. It just
Everyone give me a perception check real quick.
Isn't that just a
a
flat D something?
Great first roll. Oh yeah.
Yeah, 8.
Shit.
perception.
Let's see.
I
We've got
got
a
a
1
20.
from Iola, an 8 from Frock, a 20 from Jericho.
Oh, perception, right?
Yep.
I can see it all.
Vision,
I can
prowl.
feel it. I can feel the cosmos. 14
You sure
is
that's the
good
cosmos?
from Jovra.
Are you sure
Alright.
that's a bald knob?
Universal skill. No. Universal skill roll?
It's on the
No,
front.
it's fine. You're probably distracted.
There's a 12. Zarzik got a 12.
Yeah, Zarsik also has a better position. All right, so Jericho, you see very briefly a set of red eyes floating about a half mile away, because you have special vision, right?
My
Like
right
special
eye.
bionic eye.
My right eye is like a badass eye. Yeah.
Yeah.
If
So
I
you
recall.
you zoom in with your night vision 2,000 feet, and you see what looks to be someone standing in the road, just in a very a nice put together suit. It is a man with black hair, stringy. He is about 6'2".
Yeah, we got a weird guy standing up on the road. You said about 2 miles up?
About a half mile back.
About a half mile up. Looks like he's got red eyes, and he's wearing some sort. What do you say? He's wearing like a coat, like an overcoat, or like a
Yeah, like a very nice suit jacket.
He's wearing a suit. This is definitely Spooksville for me. Not comfortable with that at all. So
Give me the staff.
Why don't we just go off road?
As you say this, you watch as his eyes flash red,
okay, doing something.
and then there's a cloud where he was.
Interesting.
He has turned into a cloud. Does anybody know do I know what the fuck this is?
I know what that is. Does
The
Harkins know what that
one-demon
is?
monster, but
I don't know what that is. Some sort
Can-
of spooky ghost man. He turned
based
into a
on-
bunch of cloud.
Based on Harkins' background, do I get to know what that is?
yes, you do.
It's a
For free.
vampire. It's a vampire. It's a vampire. It's a real fucking vampire.
All right.
Mayday!
So I guess we
mayday.
just keep going. He's a bunch of smoke.
Yeah, and
No,
he'll
but
follow
back
us in that form. We got to stop and take him out, or he's just going to come after us.
It actually seems to be kind of receding away.
Oh.
Looks like he's
Well-
leaving.
Oh,
I
then
don't
I
trust
would
this.
amend that to say he is watching us. There is, for some reason,
All right.
he has taken interest in our party, and it could be that staff you have there. So we must probably make additional haste back now.
Keep an eye out for an ambush. Let's try to maybe take an unpredictable path back.
I agree with that.
Rather than the main
He'd
road.
like to speak with us.
Dude, what did you say?
Maybe he would like to speak with
No,
us.
we are
No.
not speaking.
Yeah, Harkin,
those-
maybe he just wants to speak with us. Hey, Hello
you-
has an idea.
Hello, I do not think you understand what that beast is. It is a
I
soulless,
am-
If we
heartless killing
become
machine.
friendly with it, maybe we will have a partnership with the vampires.
Yes.
No, the
No.
vampires
Vampires
are
are not-
incredibly evil. and
Hello,
will-
the next time you see a vampire, try to make friends with it.
Do not do what
Try to
Jack
make
says. They are evil. They will hurt you. They will dominate your mind. And in your case, they'll probably just kill you because they can't drink you.
Robot.
It is physically impossible for them to hurt me.
No, but they can take you and corrupt you and download everything that you know and then reprogram you into being their minion.
That is
That is
correct.
not kind.
No, they are not
What?
kind.
They-
I do not
they
understand
say,
how else to explain this to you. They are not someone to be made friends of.
All you gotta know, hello, is that vampires suck.
That is
I touch.
All right, you're
my-
level 1 again.
I said.
Worth it.
Name.
Sorry.
I touch my heart tattoo. Get that going. Make sure I'm not.
You definitely trigger the protection against vampires.
Yes.
Okay, it works.
Prodigy V. I don't know why I said that.
Protections against vampires. All I have is a bike.
You made choices.
I did.
Choices were made. All right, so do you continue to head out? Are you going to try to pursue this mist, or are you going to head back to refuge?
I vote unpredictable path back straight to refuge. I'm
I
not
agree with
prepared to
that.
fight a vampire ambush. I don't think any of us are.
I agree with that.
I'm on a car and goes where it goes. Literally along for the ride.
I know
right.
the next thing that I'm looking for to help Hello in her journey. I have a
Oh
mission.
no.
I have a job.
Okay.
Go on. I'm sorry. Go on.
So you take an unpredictable path. You make a couple of unnecessary detours and backtrack. If
Can I
anyone,
keep an eye out for this mist? I
does
know. it'd probably
anyone
be-
have detect ambush?
Yes.
Oh, shit, I think I might.
I have 6 cents.
Is
You
this
do
a-
have 6 sense. It is not triggering.
Okay.
I don't understand anything, so probably not.
I have detect ambush. It
Well,
is
more
very-
Hello doesn't understand anything. She probably not.
All right, so Jericho's.
So did Zarsig. Zarsig also
Yeah.
got a success.
Jovra doesn't know, but Zarsig got a success in her detect ambush.
Zarsig got a 3. Isn't that like super good?
That is super good. So Zarsig
Nice.
does find an ambush of a bunch of rats that are delicious. So Zarsig saw a bunch of like wild animals, saw that they were kind of hiding, looking to pounce on something smaller than them, and then ate them. The entire trip back, Zarsig is also on high alert, as is Jericho, and you keep looking for mists, but it's a clear night. This is Arkansas. I'm not super familiar with the weather, but I don't think it's so misty in Arkansas.
Up in the
Pronounced
Ozarks,
Arkansas.
it is.
What's that?
It can be very misty. It can be very foggy.
Well, it's not tonight.
Okay.
So you feel confident that whatever was following you has backed off for the night. Also, you notice it's getting closer and closer to dawn.
Oh, good.
You guys y'all will get there about 3 a.m.
Looks like we're clear. I'm gonna keep my eye out, but I think we're gonna be all right. Bloodsucker backed off.
Good.
Yeah, fuck him.
All right, so you pull in. You come to the unloading area. You are waved through by the guards. Actually, you do notice that there is someone with your detect ambush, that there's a Sky Knight about 50 miles away. There is a Sky Knight that kind of like flies over you.
I shoot him. I'm kidding. I don't shoot
I
him.
know, you're kidding. Like, but you see a glint of gold in the sky that you take to be a Sky Knight.
Jovra, do you want to feel the map before we give it to him?
I just want to let's.
Yeah, you guys come into the loading area and they're like, all right, who you report to?
Townhausen.
Tannhauser? All right. Oh god, that guy's all right. You want to debrief him in the morning?
Good morning
should
would
we wait?
suffice.
Okay.
I'm
So-
going to cast concealment on the staff when we take it in.
Okay. Perfect. You do that. I believe it just works. It conceals an object.
It cost me.
Yeah, you spend the points and it just works. The staff can't be found or seen by normal eyes. Someone looking for it might be able to roll against the magic, but only if they have special senses, I believe. It's been a while since I read the spell. I think there's also a spell called Detect Concealment.
There is a spell called Detect Concealment.
Yeah, but no one is using it actively right now. There is a couple of psychics near the door who definitely eye you guys over real quick and don't say anything, don't look alarmed. The internal security of this place is decent, and you get the feeling that they give you a once-over looking for changes in your aura to make sure you aren't vampires.
Not vampires.
True.
Are we vampires?
No.
Thank God. All right, because I don't remember that happening.
Got to take better notes. So you come into refuge, and are you guys going to wait until the morning till Tannhauser wakes up naturally, or are you going to? You get the feeling that that guy just didn't want to deal with a grumpy commander.
I mean, I wouldn't want a Cyber Knight pissed off at me either.
I will defer to the group, but would like to be rid of this as soon as possible.
Your choice, Jarver.
I say well, it's 3 a.m.
Yeah.
6 a.m. would be more appropriate.
Okay.
All right, it doesn't take all of us to drop this off. I'm going to sleep.
Okay. Harkins heads off towards his bunks.
Is there a brothel anywhere in this military compound of super religious space knights?
I'll say yes, there is.
What? No, there.
You know what? Yeah, there would be
I was expecting a no.
There will be a place where, like, they aren't super religious so much as they believe in certain things, but the things they believe in are like self-purity.
Honor,
they don't,
value, and all that.
Yeah, they will talk against, sex work, but they're not, like, going to shut it down because they have actual evils to face when someone's choices are not what they want to.
Good. Works for me. That's where I go. And that will be my night.
Now, did you ask out loud if there's a brothel?
Oh, hell yeah. The first official guard, after we decided what we're going to do, the very second, is there a guard like 5 feet from me?
Yeah, of course.
Where's a brothel, please?
Oh, I don't know what you mean at all.
Oh my God.
Come over here. Come over here.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Hello is awkwardly following behind you, which is
You want to come? You want to come, hello? Come check it out. Get your goo, bro. What the fuck you do? You're a robot.
Get your goo dried.
So I'm thinking about hitting the bar and then hitting the brothel. Anyone will come with me?
I do not understand what this is. It could be a good learning experience.
You are really gonna fucking kill my vibe, but I'm in a good mood. We're about to get paid. You can come with me. And that's where I go.
All right, you go to the bar and it is dead empty. There's like 2 people there. Cyril Wildcard is still in the corner drinking. Everyone else is out by now. Like,
I just want to get a drink. I'm gonna get 1 beer for me and 1 beer for hello. Actually, no. Let's get a whiskey each because he's not feeling as cheap right now because he's in a good mood.
yeah. All right, so it costs about 4 credits, and they put them in front of you. Celeste, the bartender, looks very tired, and she's like, "Fine, here, 1 in front of you, 1 in front of your friend."
I have no idea if she can drink this.
Good luck, hon.
Thank you. And here you go. Hello. Do you grab it with the goo? No, stop dodging it. It's for you. Take the glass. Put the glass in your...
I'm going to use my bionic eye to just kind of look to do like just a flare check diagnostic.
So that is technically a poison. The way the chemical, it is a chemical structure that is alcohol. I forgot to put it on your sheet, but one of your new skills is analytic chemistry.
Interesting.
Yeah, so you can look at some chemical compounds, and you look at it, and this is some kind of thing, poison. You know it's used for entertainment reasons, but you're not sure how to consume it.
I believe that this is poison.
Yes, and it is the poison that I picked. Huh? It's good for you. Come on.
You murder yourself?
What? Why do I murder myself?
Yes.
It only kills you a little bit. You can die a little bit. Look at me, I'm falling apart already. The fuck? I don't care. Have some. You're gonna like it, maybe, or you'll die. I don't know.
I feel like it is against my programming to allow you to die. And you just see her little arm, like, or her arm, like, go out and hold the and try and take his
My
alcohol.
glass?
Yeah.
Maybe not. I start drinking both very quickly. You'll not.
All right.
She's just like
All right, I think we're good on that there.
it pans out with us, like me chasing him around the bar.
As soon as we're in a safe place, I'm gonna hand the staff off to Jovra. Because it's only concealed for 10 minutes.
Oh, concealment only works for a very short time?
Yeah.
All right.
Jovra, we'll get it to a safe place within that 10 minutes.
Yeah. Probably to our
room.
Yeah. We probably bunk together.
Yeah, probably. Seems fair. We've known each other for a while. It seems
fair.
I can't sleep. I'm gonna go to the gym. Are you okay?
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
I'm gonna head to the gym.
Okay. So you head towards the gym, which is 24 hours. Only the best services here. Basically, because no one's monitoring it, no one cares. It's just the lights are on. Inside is there is nobody inside right now, but all the equipment's set up for whatever you'd like to do.
I'm gonna keep going through those same drills that I cannot remember his name and I cannot find it in my notes.
It's Koake.
Thank you.
He is the leader of the Cyber Knights.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Lord Koake. He showed you some drills and said that, you might try. It might be uncomfortable to bind your wings, but if you want to work on some flips and... Sorry, a cat just darted behind you very quickly.
Yes, I know.
It distracted me.
She's got the zoomies for some reason now.
Okay. So that's basically how Iola's working out. Just darting back and forth. He did recommend maybe binding your wings. He's not sure, because you can fly, but if something happened where you couldn't, you'd want to have all those skills
I think that's what she's gonna do. She's gonna bind them and then just work on things without her wings.
Yeah. Using her flight. Yeah. Gotcha. So you feel yourself getting the knack of this, the parallel bars, the backflip, several other acrobatic moves. So yeah, you spend a little bit of time working out to the point where you're real tired and probably a little hungry.
Yeah, and then I'm probably just gonna head to the bar. I think is what she'd do after that.
I love how we're all spending our time. I gotta say, I love that we're slapsies drinking. You're like, gonna go hone my skills. You know what I mean? And then hitting a bar. But Harkins is just out.
I'm
hat over the face.
I'm meditating. I'm in my trance where I can rest and restore, but still be alert. Zarsik is alert because we are guarding the
Gotcha.
staff.
Your meditation is very peaceful. The staff is calming. It's very... You feel the power of the staff, and if you want to connect with it temporarily, you could, but you can't imagine they're going to let you hold on to it much longer.
I think I will, just so I know what it feels like in case I ever come across it again. And therefore, I would know if it was changed. I know I'm not going to be able to keep it, but just so I know what it's supposed to feel like.
You feel that it has its own supply of power it's willing to lend you, and all the other qualities you discussed before. It's glad to be in a place where it feels safe, and this is like the barest of intelligence. Like it's more of feelings, more just flashes of your own feelings you might be projecting onto it, but the staff is not, I don't want to say not scared, but you're not getting any fright from the staff. You're not getting any, the staff, holding the staff makes you feel confident that that there is good happening.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right. So with your meditation will continue. Harkins, do you set an alarm to wake up for the meeting, or are you just gonna sleep?
No, I'll go if that is the expectation.
We can
It's
go
up
wake
to you, to
up.
be honest.
We'll go wake you up.
Oh yeah, I will go. Better to do it together.
Okay. So, in your short little sleep, it's not very restful. Something isn't sitting right with you. It's not even things that were said tonight. It's just hard and uncomfortable, and this bed is super soft and cushiony and not hard enough and not moving. And it's difficult. And you hear a man's voice that says, "Boy." And that's the only flash of that before things change. And in your brain, you see what looks to be a skeletal face with bony ridges coming around its eyes and down the middle and around the edges of the mouth and the chin. Just bone ridges. That this is not a human skull. There's no teeth. Where there is a mouth, there is instead an opening and a darkness inside, and the eyes are the same. Just a complete void. And your vision, and it wakes you up in terror.
What even was that? Right. All right. Guess it's time to go meet. I don't
Yeah, your alarm
remember
is
what
going
any
off.
of that is, right? Like that's
Nope,
none of that has any specific meaning to me in any way.
not especially.
Okay, just making sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All
then
right.
I will get up and I will put on my hat and I will go to the meeting.
All right. So you go to the meeting. There is coffee already brewing in the room, in the meeting room you are assigned to.
I'll take a cup of mud.
I would like to, since oh god, names are, since we went off to the brothel or whatever, I'm just sitting there waiting and watching, and when it's time for our meeting, I just go up right behind him and it is time to leave, turn, and just go.
Now, here's the thing. Everything was closed down at 3 a.m. You couldn't really get anywhere. The bar was still open, but that was
Okay.
about it.
Because I was
Like,
gonna
I'm
say.
just watching.
That would be so. Oh my god.
Because I
I'm
was gonna
just
say I'm a
wandering
little
behind
busy.
him. Like, we're just wandering the town, and then all of a sudden you just hear, like, behind you, it is time to leave. Turn and
Well, so if we went to the brothel and the brothel was closed, my next order of business, now a little bit drunk, I wanted to be like, and since the only person hanging out with me was the fucking robot, the nonsense robot. I want to entertain myself, so instead, I am gonna go get like garbage. Where do they keep all the garbage?
There is a trash heap next to, they call it the Moe's building,
Perfect.
um,
It's like a big,
which is
like,
the mechanist shop, is the Moe's building. There's
Perfect.
the 5 Moe's.
I want to get, I don't know if you know when like there's industrial air conditioners and they have that, or like even your dryer. When you attach the dryer's exit valve to like the outside of your house, there's that like long kind of tinfoily looking tube.
Yeah.
I want to find 2 of those. And I want to
Okay.
go, okay, all right, hello. So we're going to get you some fucking arms, all right? Because that jelly shit is not happening. So here, you're going to slap these suckers right there on either side of you. Right? And I just duct tape them to her body, I guess.
you just see my head just kind of like looking
Yep.
I'm just
So-
letting him do it. Just watching
Okay.
and letting
So
him do
now
this.
this has two purposes, right? First purpose is you have arms now instead of that gross jelly shit, and that's second purpose is when you ride on top of that car, you're gonna look awesome.
So wait, are you putting them over the portholes that I have on the side?
Yeah, so
Okay.
the jelly comes through them, and you have arms.
That's what I was hoping. Okay.
Okay.
When you attach them, I just put the jelly like halfway through, and the arms just kind of like.
Yes.
But they are literally duct taped on.
Yes.
It is MDC duct tape, but it is just duct tape.
NDC duct tape. Those are gonna last fucking forever. That's fantastic. I love it.
Saying that this makes me look more to blend in with your people.
Oh Jesus, sweet fuck, no, at all. Not even close. Is that what you're trying to do? Are you trying to blend in with people?
I feel as though as I have heard you say, weird them out.
Yeah.
I feel as though that is not helpful for a mission.
I will tell you this hello right here and right now, and listen to my words very carefully. That is absolutely vital to our mission that you never stop doing that with your arms. Ever. Do you understand? Forever. Put that in your programming whenever you need. The weirder you become, the more helpful it is to our mission.
So putting a tap on my face does not equivalate as
No, that
weird.
that was just stupid. I didn't like that. That was dumb. But you should get your hat back, and I don't appreciate you getting rid of it. Come on, let's go visit a dickhead and get our money.
The worst friend. All right.
And yes, my arms hurt doing that, but she is continuously doing that.
You, as a person, are not forced to continuously do that. I absolve you of that.
During
I
the
wanted
meeting,
to tie you into an improv corner. that
I
you
will
can-
100% randomly just start doing this just to remind everybody that she's still
I just during the meeting, like I know wherever we sit or whatever,
Yeah.
Zarsik is going to be next to Harkins.
Okay.
Just
So we'll say
Looking at
Harkins
him.
gets there first, and then Zarsig and Jovra enter, and
I'd probably have gone back to the room before we went to the meeting.
Yeah.
So I'd probably come in with Jovra.
so Iola's there.
Can I bring my my gun into the meeting room? Can it be on my back?
Yeah.
Okay,
Everyone,
it is.
people might look at it a little sideways, but yeah.
That's okay.
And I'm sorry,
I bring it.
you were saying with Zarsig?
yes, she is going to be next to Harkins, looking at him and sniffing him and nudging him a little.
What?
sniffies.
What?
Sniffies.
And she's just going to look at you like, and she's
What?
going to be telling me, "What do you mean you know him?" And back and forth. It's like in us. I'm not saying anything.
Yeah.
But Zarsik keeps telling me that she knows him, and I'm just like, okay, we'll talk about it later. Just you're making him uncomfortable. You can stand beside him. Just stop nudging him. He's not used to that. Just okay.
Jovra, I like your little like Zarsik. Seems like a good sort, but very interested in me at the moment.
She just finds you interesting. She's getting to know you. I apologize.
Should I give her some raw meat or something?
No, she knows when she ate a lot of rats on the way, so she's good.
All right. Does she drink coffee?
No.
All right.
No.
Don't give Jovra's dragon people food.
Do
Stop it.
Do it. Favorite coffee.
Bad
I will
for them.
respect the
Arms, then
wishes
that
of
has to be
Jovra.
crazy.
Because
I
my
wanna
name
give
is not
Jover's Dragon
Jericho
some
Jack.
peanuts. Can I give
Okay.
Jover's Dragon some peanuts?
Do you like your hand?
I use my metal hand. to give Jover's
Again, do you like that hand?
I rescind my offer.
All right, so everyone's assembled. Correct?
Sad
Yes.
ventures assemble. Indeed.
Yes. So the entire group is there, and Tanhazard comes in. He looks at you all and is like, "Oh, I got it." And he walks over to the coffee, pours himself a cup, just like it's steaming hot, and he just downs it, and then pours himself a second cup.
I respect
Hello?
that.
What are you doing?
It's really good for your esophagus.
Hello, what are you doing?
These are arms.
Yeah, that's cool, but like, why aren't you just sitting still?
I was told this was how to appropriately respond.
And who
to-
told you that?
and then her head just kind of like and looks straight.
At me?
Yeah, 100%.
You don't have to like. Do you see? Okay. Hello,
They're
have you
le-
ever seen us continually move our arms like that?
Yeah, if you could please stop that, I find it highly distracting.
I'm just saying, Jack sold you a line of horse shit.
I
You
would never.
I believe that I have held no horse shit.
Exactly.
He
Okay, well, you don't
Um,
have to move them all the time. You can just relax.
It
Because
is-
it's
Her head
stressing
just
me
like
out.
cocks, like she is 100% not computing anything that's happening.
Oh, careful, you're gonna fry her stomach. Remember, she's broken as fuck.
Stop moving the arms, please.
Please,
Please.
please.
Majority
Only-
has voted.
Hello.
All right,
Only
It is
to
not
do
even-
ratings.
Mr. Jericho, please. It's not even 7 a.m.
I'm sorry. I'm still riding my buzz. I'm okay.
Oh, God.
Her
Okay.
arms, you just hear her arms are gonna go.
I haven't slept in like 2 days. let's just keep this string rolling.
All right. That's okay. Okay. Your mission was to go and interrupt the sale of a thing.
What
It was
the
supposed to be an
thing?
important thing. I forget how much important it was.
What do you mean you forget how important it was?
It's 7 and it's not even 7.
It's more important than I think you even realized.
I mean, we knew we were sending you off so you've got it.
Yes.
What is it? I
Yeah.
knew it was something good. I think someone mentions a staff. I might have even I can't find my notes on that. And he's looking through like a notebook. He's flipping through.
Where'd the orders come from?
The orders came from directly above. I mean,
Who?
we had gotten some intelligence, and the intelligence chief. Let me see. Well, I'm not going to tell you who gave the intelligence chief what, but I was assigned from the intelligence chief that this was a thing that needed to be done.
I just want to look at Jovra. Just like waiting on your move.
Yeah, Mr. Names told me to do this. Like Mr. Names handed down the report.
Mr. Names.
Mr. Names is the intelligence chief.
Hmm.
The
Or-
item is a
which garbage?
Millennium Tree Staff.
Are you kidding me?
No, I
But-
am not.
The coalition had one of those?
And I don't know
Man.
if they used it or if they found it used, but it only has 3 buds left.
That's 3 buds is not a lot, but that is oh my gosh. He's thinking to himself, like he's nodding. You can see that he's kind of like, all right, so a Millennium Tree staff, that's some powerful magic, and it's in America. I've heard of them. I haven't seen one. That's oh boy. I might have to wake up look Koake. This is big. This is one of the ones, right, that can heal, right? I know they do different things. I don't know what they do.
Yes, this does have healing properties.
Oh wow. Okay, that could be useful. I mean, Dr. Ahoon is good, but something like that. I don't think he can use. He might be. I don't know if he can use magic or not. I don't know if he would. He's from England though, so he actually might know more. You know what? Let me call in Dr. Ahun. Yeah, Dr. Ahun's from England. He's a knight of the round. Okay. I will be right back. Do not leave this room. If the item is with you, do not take it out of this room. Please. And he steps out of the room. Yes?
I said, that feels like a good place to take a break unless you want to keep going.
Yeah, he steps out of the room and pulls out a communicator. Does anyone have anything they want to share before we close the door? Or do you start waving your... Yeah.
Can I use telepathy to listen to what he's saying?
We will get to that when we come back, but we will end with Hello just waving her arms very briefly as the scene cuts to commercial.
We'll be right back. Oh boy. Okay, we're coming back. We're coming back. Come back. We're coming back. We're back.
Oh, hello.
Hello.
We are back with more riffs. So, in this episode so far, we have let's see, the group stopped to talk about what to do with the staff. Jack considered selling it to others. The group was very down on that. Harkins was very intent on fulfilling the contract, and Jovra was very suspicious of what others could do with the staff, and let the group know that it can be misused and to be on the lookout for its misuse. At one point, Jericho Jack spotted what seemed to be some kind of vampire following and trailing them. And that led to, let's see, Zarsig ate some rats. And then, the group got to Refuge. Shenanigans ensued, hijinks were had. And Harkins had a terrible dream. And
About a very
Jack,
friendly man.
yeah, about a very friendly face.
Not friendly.
Not friendly at all, no.
No.
And then Jack convinced Hello to put wavy tube arms on and wiggle them forever.
Forever is the key. That's the key word. Forever.
I believe your word precisely was always.
Always.
And you've been told to stop
it's
it.
new meaning now to the word always.
And now you're in like a paradox because people are telling you not to do it.
So I'll just be waving one arm by the end of the conversation.
I will get some rope and tie your arms down.
I
Do
mean,
not
you could
think
just
I'd-
untape them, Harkins.
I also could do that.
They'll just
Hello?
fall off. They're trash.
Hello? Is
In
it
the first rain.
Hello? Is it in your program to only obey Jericho Jack? Is he somehow tied to your programming?
Yes.
Because
Be the only one who has an opinion on things.
We all
like,
told you to not do it. We all have an opinion that it's dumb and that he was giving you a lot of bull crap. Stop waving him. Stop it. Stop it.
The door opens very abruptly.
Oh, I was listening in. I was trying to use telepathy,
yes.
telepathy to listen in.
He's got. Hold on, I just need to look up a thing very quickly. So I'll say he fails his role for brief surface thoughts if you're just trying to get the gist.
Yeah, I was
of
just
the
trying to get
conversation.
surface thoughts.
Yeah, so he's gonna let that happen. And so you pick up from him like worry, hope, alertness. Like this woke him up more than the coffee. Because this staff is a item that could help heal, and
Okay.
that is very rare in this world.
Okay.
And he's talking to he calls up Dr. Alhoun. He's like, Doctor, sorry to wake you up so early in the morning. I know this isn't a normal thing, but it's kind of a thing that you would know about. It has to do with a certain tree in England. And he hears excitement over the phone, very quick talking. And then he hangs up and just like stands for a bit with his back against the door. So like just kind of like taking a moment to settle his own mind. In his mind, you get a brief flash of a petal of a white rose falling to the ground. And he clears that out super quickly and just stands there kind of resolutely at the door, making sure that door is not going to open for anyone except him and the doctor.
Okay.
It takes a few minutes, but the doctor will eventually come. Are you going to do anything with that information, or?
I'm gonna hold on to it right now.
Okay.
But I will lean over to Jovra and say, I think they're just excited for the healing. I don't think we have to worry.
Okay. So a couple minutes later, about 10, 15 minutes later, the door opens very quickly, and a gray-haired man, short, gray-haired, skinny man, the doctor you had previously met, talking to the gentleman that you had saved from the that had come through the rift. He goes, "Oh, yes, yes, I heard you have it. It's so exciting. I haven't seen one in years since I was back home. It was, I haven't seen one since I came back from Jerusalem. But, yes, I hear you have one. What condition is it in? How exciting. Like, oh, come in." And he waves in, just following him is a faceless, the body and shape of a man, with no face and 6 wings made of razor. And he's like, yes.
Hold on, Kevin. Just real quick, out of game. What the fuck is that?
Yeah.
Did you
Just
say?
real quick, point of
Hold on.
order.
Yeah.
First of all, it has no face,
No face.
and it has 6 wings made of razors.
And it's a
They look
human.
like 6 gigantic razor blades.
Are we just like?
And it's a
Are we
humanoid?
just cool with this? Like,
It is humanoid.
Is this just like how
Do
it
we
is?
know
Like,
what
yeah.
this is?
Oh, that's
It
Gary. Don't worry about Gary. Like,
It seems more angelic than anything else.
have I ever seen any motherfucking thing like that in my life?
No. No one has ever seen
How
anything
many-
like this before. In this season.
How many wings?
6.
They look
Okay.
like giant razor blades.
Yes.
Wait, 6 arms and 6
Are
wings?
we talking like Bic? Or
No.
like.
We're
Sorry.
not talking about
It's
pens, Throck. What are you doing?
Bic
Yeah,
razors.
it's more like a single. It's not like
I was
in a row. There's no gel strip at the top. Yeah. It looks like these wings, if they cut you, would leave wounds. The doctor
many?
says, "I am Professor Mortimer J. Alhoun, medical doctor, Esquire, Knight of the Round. This is my companion, Sir Joseph Silvermane, also Knight of the Round." Yes.
Nice to meet you, Joe.
It just turns briefly in your direction.
Ugh.
He's not very talkative,
I
but
What
he
without
is
having a mouth?
very good at protecting good things. And Sir
Doctor?
Tannhauser also walks in and shuts the door.
I have the staff in my hands. It is intact. It has not been corrupted, but there are only 3 buds present.
Oh, that probably means it was used. Oh, I wonder who it helped.
I'd
And
like to
he-
point
may
out
I-
that
may
I
I
said
take
that
it from-
already.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Nothing. No, we're good here. Please continue.
May I inspect it, miss?
And I hand it over.
Oh, he's like, oh, yes, they are super light. I do remember that. Hmm. And he goes up to the head of it, 3 buds. He's like, yes, the 3 buds. So that means it's definitely seen some use. That is exciting. I wonder what adventures it's been on. Oh, I wonder what we could do with this to help people.
Well, we found it in the clutches of a renegade member of the coalition who was seeking to sell it to someone else. When more
Do
coalition
you know who the
showed
buyer
up,
was?
black
Uh,
market.
perhaps a black market. Indeed.
We didn't
Although
really
we were
stop
unable to
that.
confirm that in the middle of the firefight that broke out.
Well, yes. That's the details often always get lost. Yes, but that is interesting. I wonder who they would. I mean, anyone would pay quite a pretty penny for something so useful.
I'm more wondering why the coalition would sell it rather than just
I mean-
destroy it, except for that guy's personal wealth, which sure that could come into play, but
I have no insight into the coalition mindset. It is quite foreign to me, to be honest.
I'm of the opinion that he did not sell it in an authorized manner.
no, definitely not. That hit squad was for him, not us.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tannhauser goes up. So I have a little more information that I just got on my datapad that was unlocked for me about this incident. It looks like the black market was going to act as a middleman, and we are not sure for who just yet.
Could not have been some member of the vampire nations, could it?
I mean, the Picos nations could be, but why would they? I don't know. They deal with the black market all the time, but you know.
We had
scoped
a
out by
yeah.
something like that.
We had
This
a bit of a
is-
run-in.
Not only does it heal, but it can severely injure vampires. It is an excellent weapon against them. And as you know, these staffs can be corrupted. And instead of giving life, it could be used to drain life if it's corrupted.
Hmm.
So you're thinking vampires could want it to turn it from a mega weakness into like a super weapon?
Dr. Holmes, that sounds like what vampires might want to do. Yes, they are powerful and in larger numbers than anyone would like to admit down there. I haven't spent much time in the south towards Mexico way, but you know,
Dicks.
possible.
I hear they're assholes, personally.
I do not remember if I've met a vampire or not.
They seem like dicks. I don't know.
They're assholes.
Yeah.
I've never had a conversation with
thought.
one. I will know that.
Vampire.
But yes,
Parker, you
I
got the
think-
jacket. Are they dicks?
They are complete dicks. Am I using that correctly, Iola?
Yes, you're using that correctly, Jover. I'm really proud.
Thank you.
We have so many learning opportunities in this game, guys.
Doctor, your scientific curiosity is fascinating, but it can be concerning.
well, I am devoted to life and healing and rescuing people, and I assure you, I would never use this in such a gross manner as to betray, first of all, my medical oath of first do no harm, and I would never, and I swear to you as a knight of the round, and I believe I speak for Jonathan, or sorry, not Jonathan. Is it Jonathan? My brain just skipped.
Joseph, Sir Joseph.
Sir Joseph as well, that we would never let this be corrupted. It would. A Millennium Tree is a sacred object. There are known to be maybe 2 on this planet.
I hope you understand why I am proceeding with caution.
It's an item of incredible power, yes. I don't know the ins and outs of it. I'm not quite a mage. I don't dabble in magic. But
So
one of my
what's-
assistants could certainly help.
I will tell you this: it cannot bring back the comatose. If it is used in that manner, 4 buds are used, and that has only 3. It can do minor healing. There are some spells in there, such as Globe of Daylight, curing illnesses and minor disorders, negating poisons, purifying
All of
food and
these-
water.
Are incredibly useful things to have on the base. But yes, we couldn't entrust it just to any staff member. Tannhauser goes, I don't know that we should be using it regularly. I don't think that'd be a great idea.
What is all in this room? Like, are we just in like an office?
You are basically in a meeting room with one large round table, a little coffee thing on one of the sides of the room, little
Is there
coffee bar.
Like computer or anything? Like an office with a desk and like whatnot?
There is a screen in this room for presentations that is connected to the local, Yeah, there would be a local wireless. A local wireless, though this one's actually hardwired into the local intranet, is the word I'm looking for. And it is currently powered off.
Okay. Can I kind of like make my way over while everybody's talking, just kind of make my way over, and as like my one arm is flicking, can I take the other one and just kind of touch it and like just kind of get a idea of what was the last few things played on the screen, like meetings, like if there was like a meeting or something that used it?
You'd probably be able to get the last image that was on it without turning it on.
Yeah.
But anything beyond that's going to require it to be powered up.
Okay.
The last image that was on that screen was a map of the area showing standard coalition routes for Samus going from Fort Eldorado, just north of where you got the thing, to where you are, to, I forget the closest town directly north of you, but another coalition point in Missouri, north of where you are.
Oh, because it doesn't look like they were tracking us. They were just looking at something.
Yeah, they were definitely looking at Samus routes, and you guys actually did see a Samus on that route try to, like, it deviated from the route to try to, take all y'all out. But it that is not listed on the map that was previously displayed.
Okay, I'll just take that knowledge and store it, and then just continue just kind of hovering around the room, looking at all the objects and things.
Gotcha. But yes, Dr. Alhoun, it's incredible to see it in such good shape, and thank you so much. I'll definitely put in for commendations for all of you. This is amazing.
That staff needs to be protected at all times.
Now, the greatest protector we have here might be Sir Joseph. He's been by my side as long as I can remember whenever I'm in need, but not by my side might be a bit of a misnomer, but it's a complicated relationship. But yes, whenever anyone is in dire needs around me, Sir Joseph is here for me.
That thing?
Excuse me.
Really? It doesn't have a face.
Harkins,
Yeah.
should we tell them what we saw on the road?
About the vampire? We already told them. What else?
Yeah, we told him.
Or Bald Knob?
That as well.
You all know
What's
why
Bold Knob? Is that like a euphemism for the top of the staff? I don't understand.
Yes, it is. So you
Yes.
missed the top of the staff.
Jericho. This was a city. Iola and I were there about 5 years ago. We fought vampires, and when we left, it damaged, yes, but in the process of rebuilding, and when we found it, it was just completely gone. The coalition did a surgical bombing strike on the city probably a year ago.
I mean, I don't know what that is. 10 years ago, I'll field this, Doc. We could look and see if we have any information on that, but that'll take some time. I don't know. We know there are vampires about. I mean, the smart ones are the most dangerous ones because they're not like rats.
This was a smart one.
It sounded smart. I mean, it didn't run up and hiss at you.
I can confirm to you that it was not. It was an intelligent vampire.
Okay, so it's probably like master secondary. We know there's a master somewhere around between like here in Kentucky, but we haven't been able to track them too well. We've got some word actually, because we were trying to get a little more information, and I know the coalition was looking also for a little more information on the master vampire in the area.
I do not know if it was the master or not, but it was certainly not a feral.
No, this one had long black hair, wore a suit.
Yeah, he was wearing a nice suit. He had red beady eyes, and then we were still about a half mile out.
Well, the red eyes thing is when they use the powers.
Right.
But you saw it and you didn't see like a bat or a wolf.
No,
It
he just
turned
appeared
into
in a bunch of
fog.
smoke.
So I don't know what that means. Like, because they can also turn into things that are better at following you than that. I don't.
Maybe he sneezed.
Well, it could be that you had the
He wanted
staff,
to
and
This is why I think he may have been the one who wanted the staff and was checking out who may have had it next.
well, to be honest, we've got pretty good protections from that here.
Yeah, I am not worried about him attempting to enter this place.
Okay. But yeah, if a vampire like that's after the staff, they did not want it for a wholesome purpose.
All right. Well, then good. So looks like maybe we brought it to the right place. You guys are hardcore against vampires. You have good ways of checking to make sure that they're not getting in here, right?
Yeah.
There we go.
All right. I will definitely put in for a bonus for you.
Yeah, I think maybe a whole lot of money is in need for this one. I mean, look at Joker's armor. It's torn to pieces. I have emotional scarring from this incident. Harkin, I mean,
That is certainly half true.
he went right to bed. He went right to bed and he couldn't even.
I am only in need of what you feel is appropriate.
Listen, there's a standard.
I do not agree with this man. I want.
Listen, you'll get a healthy bonus. Don't worry.
I think maybe 30,000 is a pretty appropriate.
Oh, is it?
For a staff
Is it?
What was it called?
Jericho.
What was it called?
Jericho.
Staff of millions.
Sir, yes, fair compensation is in order. We would also, do you happen to have a spare vehicle? If you send us out, we do need one that is more capable to help us with our team.
Bigger.
And then you just see Hello kind of come into the conversation. Preferably with missiles and as well the other type of gun. I don't remember what it was called. Pretend I said what it was.
The chain gun.
Yeah, that one.
I don't know what they call it in Rift.
Oh, a railgun.
Yeah.
Railgun, yeah.
That seemed to be helpful.
Yes, and a safer way to transport Hello. She is a very, very valuable member of our team. And
We're
There's
not
six-
being manipulated
so
by
five of you,
Jack.
right? Because your APC can seat 6.
well, as you can see, Hello is
Large.
large. And
Okay, listen. You did a great job. I'll see what I can do. See what I can pull at the most. See what they got left over. I don't think we're gonna be able to get you anything big.
Perhaps
You're not gonna
a
get.
larger sunroof
How about
Yeah.
this? Why don't we get Hello her own vehicle?
or a sidecar. Like just drag me
Oh.
behind.
A trailer. You're in a trailer.
It is just a wagon on a rope
like one of those little red rider wagons.
going
Like
200 miles an hour.
all-terrain wheels and like little computer screens on the
And
side.
a little plow in the front so you can
The
like.
worst idea we've ever had.
No, it's totally the best. I'm all for this.
sir, yes, whatever spare vehicles you think we could at least look at, and perhaps we have a very skilled mechanic. Jericho's a very skilled mechanic, and Hello is obviously a wonder with technology. We would appreciate this.
All right, I'll see what I can swing for you. That would be. I might be able to do something there. I'll have to look into my resources. It might take a little bit, but I'll put in a request for things. But bringing this back to us is going to go a long way for your reputation at very least, and that'll help you in the future get some stuff done. Yeah, jeez. So I don't. Yes, yes, we will see to the staff's protection. We will keep it with limited access to those who would absolutely need it, at only a very high trust ratio before anyone gets to touch it.
I have I guess an added thing. I think our teammate Jovra should be allowed access to the staff at any point in time, seeing as how Jovra was the reason that you probably have it now.
Well, yeah, yes, I can see. Just come to me, Jover, anytime you need, Dr. Mortimer J. Alhoun, and we will set up an appointment to view it.
Also, I do not want to tell you who to share this information with, but
Oh, no
those
one.
who-
That's
okay. So I'm just concerned there are some who like to write about discoveries and sell those stories.
She
Yes.
does not like Miss Tarn.
I do not dislike her.
You just think that her habit of truth is less than opportune in the situation.
This is a case of where protecting this is more important than sharing its knowledge with everyone.
I believe Miss Tarn wrote about the Millennium Tree in the past, so probably does not need to retread the territory. I don't see her. She visited one when she was in England once, and I don't believe that it would be good for her book or useful to her with this knowledge at the moment. So yes, I can see how. Though I disagree with your distrust of her candor, I see your point. Though I don't think it would be necessary. Though I see no reason not to acquiesce to what you wish in this circumstance.
Thank you.
Do you normally acquiesce to the request of someone who's only been a part of this organization for about 2 weeks?
Only when there was something I would do anyway.
And we've actually been here a lot longer than that.
Oh. When we first met, it was intimated to me that we were all new to this organization.
We are.
Newish, yes. I believe those two. Well, Tanaga goes, yeah, those two have been here a bit longer than the rest of you, but yeah, you're all relatively not senior.
I'm new.
That.
But yeah, listen. We're not going to tell a lot of people about this. So the doc's got a way of saying a lot of words without saying words.
I've noticed.
Yeah. The doc gives him a shitty look.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. So when do we get paid?
All right. Tannhauser pulls out his data pad. All right. All right. Factored in your bonus.
Plus the extra bonus.
Oh yeah, and the 30,000 you are suddenly going to materialize from nowhere.
Well, from you actually.
Yeah, it's not in the budget. Sorry. Okay. Your bonus comes to about 3,000 each.
Thank you.
So that's your total pay for this job. This is a hell of a nice work.
Can I try to persuasion to get more money, like in D&D, or does it
No.
not work though?
No.
You tried.
The credits
I'm
are
not
already
going to give you a roll to do what you tried in person. That's the thing. This system doesn't really have a roll to persuade check. It's how well can you persuade him? And the answer was this guy, not very
Oh
well.
yeah, me no. Jack's not good at that.
We did get him to consider getting us vehicles and such. So.
Yes, he did say he'd look into getting a nicer vehicle for you, seeing what he could requisition out.
You said 3,000
Yes.
each? Okay.
That's on top of the 1,200 from last time.
Correct.
So we're sitting all right. All right then. Any of you guys get anything else?
He says, I don't have anything for you right away. It might take a little time, so you take some R&R, have some downtime, a couple of days. Next time I got a mission, I'll let you know.
I gotta fix my bike anyway. All right.
All right, keep in touch.
Is there a mechanic?
There are 5 mechanics.
A mechanic workshop.
So,
to just
before you leave,
okay, I'm sorry.
Sir Joseph picks up the staff, saying nothing, with his lack of face. Holds it gently and carries it out of the room with Dr. Allen.
Once they leave the room, he paid us, right? They paid us there.
Yeah, Tannhauser gave you the money.
Okay, once they leave and the door closes, Are we going to separate this between us, or should we now have a party fund?
Whoa, whoa, whoa! I thought it was
It's-
3,000 each.
It's
It is
3,000
each.
Okay, good.
So, if so, then we should take part of our each fund and put it into that we may upgrade the party.
That's a very good idea. I think you should put half into the party fund, and I think you should put half into my fund to pay me for those awesome arms.
Don't listen to him. Just ignore him.
Literally never listen to a word he says from this point forward.
Don't do that. That's bullshit.
All right, look. At some point, you have to not be horrible to Hello.
That point.
Have ideas to make you all smile. Smiling is a good medicine into which
Smiling.
I am programmed to heal.
You heard the girl, Arkin. I'm gonna walk out and go fix my bike.
I'm not following.
A fund is logical.
We will discuss this at a later date. And I get up and walk out. I'm like, I'm fucking done.
Yeah.
Done.
There's going to be about 2 days before anything else happens. Does anyone have any highlights they want to hit?
I'm gonna like go through everything that I've accumulated in that I've put inside myself. I'm going to like just pile it, and yes, I purposely use those words. Yep. And I'm just kind of gonna like line them up and look at them. And I would like to. I assume did we, because there's 2 days and we did ask for a vehicle or whatnot, did we acquire that within those 2 days?
Not yet.
Okay.
As I flip through the book.
Okay.
Things I did was check out a vehicle.
Yeah. I want to like go towards the vehicle and kind of look at what I have and kind of just discard what is unnecessary and kind of use some of the stuff to kind of upgrade it and make it a little bit better with like scanning systems and defense, kind of make it like a home base, possibly not necessarily add computers or whatnot to it, but make it ready to put when we have what we need to do so.
Military vehicles, NPCs, and etc.
Yeah, kind of prep it.
Okay.
I'm imagining like Endgame, we get like the elephant from Halo 3. I don't know if you guys remember that thing, but it was like fucking massive. It's just a massive mobile HQ.
Yeah.
There are things that would make that look like a Tinker toy. There is one that's literally like a floating city, but you are not getting that.
That's Endgame.
No.
So
I will be the king of the city.
I will need a little bit of time to consult.
Okay.
Because there are many options.
Maybe we won't get that today. Do you guys want to like after game take a look at that and like
Yeah.
pick who
We can do it for next session.
Yeah, let's
Yes.
do that so we can really customize the shit out of it.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can't
But
pop
yeah,
like,
I
can we
want to
get a
make a
vehicle
point
in
right now
Rifts?
in
Yeah.
game that that's what Hello is doing over these 2 days. Is she's helping to pick out a vehicle that will suit our needs and help upgrade it. So that as we do that later, then that's what she's doing right now.
Gotcha. I'm gonna have to do some more research on that before.
that's
I
fine.
deal with
It can wait.
Cool.
But yeah. So
Joe?
yeah, you compile your stuff. Good.
Jofra needs to find Harkins when he is in a better mood than after the meeting.
Yes. The next day, after let's say 12 hours, where everyone's had a meal and some rest.
Where
What is Harkins doing? Yeah.
Riding the range. No, he's probably just hanging out in the bar, just being around people.
Is he interacting with any of them?
Pretty
No.
charging.
That would not be in his nature.
Gotcha.
Yeah. He would be watching them with his head tipped a little bit low.
In the bar is a man named Cyril Wildcard who
Yes.
basically always has a deck of cards in his hand that he's doing something with.
Yes.
Uh,
We've met him.
and when people, yeah, anytime the door opens, he always looks over, and if it's someone he hasn't recognized, he puts the deck away. But if it's someone he recognizes, he continues shuffling the deck in his hand. You can tell he's looking for a game, but most people know him around here now.
That is where you would find me. If it's in the morning, I'm probably eating a plate of food with morning beer.
And it's been about 12 hours, so it'd be about 4 in the afternoon.
There you go. I'm eating.
Afternoon
Oh,
beer.
no,
I'm having
it'd be
afternoon
7
beer.
at night.
Yeah.
7
Night
at night.
beer.
I'm having early evening beer with tapas.
It's an appropriate beer. at
Tapas.
that point.
Yeah.
It's a nice dinner beer.
Yeah.
Then Jovra with Sarsig. And Sarsig's actually going to go right up to Harkins and sit and just like be. And I'm going to sit. It's like, Harkins, may I sit with you? I need to talk to you about what's happening with Sarsig.
I don't understand. Yes, you may sit and talk to me about what's happening to Zarsig.
It really, it was after we stopped in Bald Knob. Remember, I said that Iola and I were there. Sarsig was there as well. It's where Iola and I met. We fought vampires together. She told me about the war and such. Well, Zarsig was obviously there. Zarsig and I have been together since I was 4. Anyway, it was really after she's had a little something about you when we met, but it was really after visiting there, and I was always Iola and I talking about it and bringing back memories, and Zarzig and I are connected. She is convinced that she has met you before and that it was in Bald Knob.
I have never been to that place before. Though I am not the only person from the West who has come east. It's very likely you met someone who had a similar affectation of voice and dress to me, but
It is not I. Zarsig,
Well, I
she
do know.
knows her sense, and I'm not talking about just like, I'm not this people sound, it's not that, Harkins. It's not that at all. Zarsik is the way she recognizes the smell and something about the way you stand. And she's having all these pictures about seeing the way you fought and then how this other individual fought, same height as you and such. I mean, wore a baseball cap, but she is a very talented. Yes, I know I call her a drake, but technically she is a adolescent dragon. Please do not share that with everyone.
I shall not say a word.
But she knows these things. She is an excellent hunter and tracker. She recognizes your scent, your being. She's put this all together.
She's a being of magic, right? Being a drake.
Yes.
Well, as I myself have certain supernatural ability, perhaps she has confused me with someone with similar abilities, as though I'm more of my like around and smells the same sorts of mental talents upon both of us.
You don't understand. Sarsig can trace human blood for miles. I have been on a job. Iola and we had to, when we were in the war and we had to find someone, Zarsig, once they got their scent, she could find them. This is more than just recognizing your magic aura or anything. I know, I know this is, I'm trusting her. She keeps giving me these images over and over again. And I have to tell you about them because she will not shut up.
Do you remember me from that time?
There was a man your height. Yes, he spoke like you, had knowledge of vampires like you. He rode a motorcycle then. It's 5 years ago. He mentioned that he was going out west to the you're from the Baronies, that is what it's called?
Yes.
Yes, he mentioned he was going in that direction. He wore a baseball cap of some sort, but caps can be lost and hats can be bought.
Well, I can tell you, 5 years ago, I knew nothing about vampires. 5 years ago, I was working on a gambling boat in the Colorado Baronies. I didn't start learning about vampires till about 3 years ago. The timeline just doesn't match up. I have never been west before. I've never been to Bald Knob before. I certainly would have remembered a battle like you're describing, fighting vampires and whatnot.
The name Janae, does that mean anything to you?
That has no meaning to me whatsoever.
And then I'm not going to take out the rod. I'm going to take out the chakram. And it's like, do you remember, have you seen anything like this before?
No, I have not.
Oh, this vampire had this. This belonged to my grandmother. She was a crystal mage. Her work is extraordinary.
It's quite an extraordinary piece. Magical?
Yes.
What relevance does it have to our current conundrum?
The vampire that we fought. We fought, at least we fought. She was wielding it, and she had killed my family.
I am sorry to hear that, but I am glad that you got vengeance upon this vampire. I do not know what you expect me to do at this point. I am sorry that I have agitated your pet Drake, but I have never been here before.
Finally, I bring out, because Zarzek is just like, fine. And I bring out the rod and it's like, okay. So the person that Zarzek thinks you are had this, Iola actually.
Yeah.
Iola
You would not have known given
of,
the way that turned out, unless she told you later that, like.
She did.
Okay,
she did.
There you go.
She told me. Yeah, she told me.
Okay.
This, you do not recognize this.
I do not recognize that. I'm sorry, I don't. It seems, I think it is odd as well that your Drake seems to recognize me. There is more than one doppelganger in this world, and it would be deeply concerning to me should I be one, or should who you ran into be a doppelganger of me in some way. However, I've never been this far east before.
So now I'm like, Zarzek. Okay, we told him. We have met different individuals from different timelines. We have met twins. Remember concept of twins? Iola helped you with that. We Atlanteans, we don't have twins.
I did not have any siblings that I am aware of.
What the fuck are those? They're twins. Stop.
They're exactly alike.
Kill one of them.
I do.
Stop.
Oh God, what is she going to do with triplets or octuplets?
I'm fucking out. I'm out.
So I know Zarzek is still very young. So just, he knows. Okay, he knows. So that is why during the meeting, she came up to you and started to nudge you. She thought, I guess. So
because she recognizes me, or
yes,
someone eerily similar to myself.
Yes.
I am deeply concerned by this, obviously, as I have never been this far west, and yet your bloodhound seems to think that I have.
I know. I, she to her is telling the truth. I wanted you to know. She wanted you to know, and she
You are
cannot
not
tell you
Jack. I
directly.
have no explanation. I have no inclination that you are attempting to bullshit me right now. I do believe that you believe what you believe. That actually worked. Okay. And I do believe that you believe your Drake and that your Drake is not attempting to lie to you. I'm just telling you what I know.
Thank you, Harkins.
Of course. Is there some way to verify the truth or falsity of your Drake in some way as to the memories that she has, or to read into them in some way to understand whether or not I am some way have been here in some separate life that I am unaware of, some secret life of mine?
Uh, well, I have spent time with her to help calm her, and this is what she wanted me to tell you. This is what she really thinks you are based on everything. So I do not know, again, if you're dealing with, as you said, perhaps a different timeline, or perhaps you have. I I just wanted you to know.
And I appreciate you telling me, and I appreciate how forthright your Drake was in this situation as well. I am wondering, does it matter if we cannot confirm it? If we cannot confirm it and time simply moves forward, then what are we to do?
Harkins, this is dealing with your life. If you want to pursue this, then I will help you. If you just want to just know this and be grateful for the knowledge and then move forward, we will do this. Um, I I hope you are not. She trusts you. I'm not. I know you are a worthwhile person. The way you in when we talked about what to do with the staff and everything, I'm glad glad you were patient enough with me to allow me to completely express my concerns about the staff before we came here. It's just, uh,
I understand it must be incredibly confusing as it is for me. I just do not know what to do with this information that you have given me. I am either to believe that I have lived two separate lives, or that there is another one who out there who looks exactly like me, down to our very personal smells, for lack of a better term, or I am to what?
again, it is what you want to do with this information. I have informed Sarsig that once we had told you that however you wanted to take this information, we will agree with however you want. If you want to us to investigate it, we will help you investigate it. If you just want to carry that information with you and move forward, that is what we will do. We will respect your wishes.
You said Iola was there as well, right? Does she have any recollection of me? Have you talked to her about this?
She is on the same page I am. Yes, there was someone same height and such, but it was one evening. It was at night. We were fighting. If you wanted to talk to her more about it, you could, but
I think this deserves some thought before I decide to do anything at all.
very, very well. Thank you for your time.
Thank you for being honest about it.
All right. Iola, what are you doing?
Muted.
Oh, yeah.
Super muted!
Sorry.
There you
I'm
go.
gonna spend
No.
the day training, and see if I can find my friend that I made last time, Lord. How do you say
Lord
his name?
Koake is a tough man to get
Koake.
hold of, but he does seem to have a pattern of when he goes to the gym.
I'm just gonna end up being there when he tends to go.
Yeah. So yeah, he's very supportive of helping you out, showing you how to do things. He's not really gonna. He's kind of a closed down person, but loves to talk about like the fitness and
Mhm.
the skill and that kind of thing. He doesn't really talk about personal stuff much.
That's fine. I'm just trying to build a rapport with him and just working with him right now. So that's all.
Yeah, he definitely seems to appreciate your ability to learn and your willingness to discover new things. He's showing you some kind of things. Like, is there anything specific you'd want to talk to him about?
I want to, like, after I've been working with him a couple days, I do also want to spend some time in the bar at night, but like after I've been working with him a couple days, I'd like to just see if he knows anything, like bring up places that have been attacked and see if he knows anything about Bald Knob, if he's heard anything.
He has never heard of Bald Knob.
Okay.
But he says he can. That you should ask someone in the a little more involved in the day to day than him. Nothing like that has come across him.
Okay. I'd just be interested to know if he knew anything about it.
No, he doesn't. I'm sorry. I don't know about every individual action that we involve in, or I don't read every intelligence report that comes, because I'm my place is more on the battlefield leading than in an office. But I don't know. You should ask your direct supervisors about that.
Yeah, I can do that. Thanks.
No problem. Now, let me show you how to throw this weight across the room. And he'll just like pick up something heavy.
Which she's really bad at because she's not strong at all. Like strength is not her dexterity. Great. She's got all that, but she's not strong.
He just picks up a medicine ball and like one hand throws it across the room.
Iola just tries to pick up the medicine ball and it's like, ugh. Ugh.
Well, someday we'll get you there. Let's see. Jericho, what are you doing? Are you helping Tinker or?
So my first order of business was to repair my bike because I got some damage done to it.
All right.
Am
So
I able to do that?
Yeah, you go to the garage, and someone tells you to talk to the 5 Mo's. Inside the garage are there is a dwarf man, a female gnome, a male kobold, a human where you're not sure about their gender, and a Timidor alien. Inside, all have like mechanics jumpsuits, all of which say Mo on them.
Oh, all of their names are Mo. What's a Timidor alien?
It is a Timidor alien. Sorry, I should explain this thing. It is a large, about 6 to 7 foot tall alien with a long gray face, very stunted nose, and it is part cyborg, I believe.
It's like a robotic handsome Squidward.
Yes,
it is now.
Yes. Not squid hands though, like physical individual fingers.
Please no squid hands. Okay.
And who do you want to? When you go in, what do you?
I'm here to talk to Mo.
Do you just say that out loud?
Yeah.
Okay. 3 of them turn around.
I just got to repair my bike. Do you guys mind if I use some tools?
Oh, its neck is super long and its limbs are super long as well.
Remind you of anybody?
No, it doesn't remind you of anyone. Let's see. Goblins. Trying to get a good description picture so that I can explain it better. Yeah.
Would it cost
Primador. They are definitely alien looking and definitely cybernetically enhanced. They seem to be this one, or you've heard of them. They are excellent builders and tech people.
Cool.
But yes, who do you want to? Which of the Moes do you think about when you say I need to talk to Mo?
Who's the closest one?
The closest one is the Kobold Mo.
Kobold.
All right.
So
When you
turn
say the Kobold's name is actually hey, I'm Chris. I'm Chris Mo.
You're okay. Well, Mr. Chris Mo, I need to fix my bike. So is there any way that I could use any of the stuff here? Like maybe some of your tools just to get the job done?
Oh, you want to use my tools?
All right,
My
you know what?
Mine.
Okay. Are there
You
any
know what?
tools around here that you guys don't mind that I use them?
There's the community set. They're not the best, but they
That'll do fine.
yeah. We'll clear. Hey Mo, and the Troubadour turns around. Goes, yeah Mo.
How did you know? How did he
We
know?
know. All right. He goes, is Bay full clear? He goes, I don't know. Mo was using it last, and then the no Mo goes, yeah, I'm done with it. He says, oh, maybe we should have Mo bring over the tools. And the dwarf Mo just walks over, picks up the tools, and starts walking towards Bay 4.
This makes me uncomfortable. I'm gonna go get my bike. I go to get my bike and bring it in.
You make me uncomfortable, it says. The kobold yells at you as you leave.
No 5 people should ever be that in sync. And I go, except for the band in sync. And I go and get my bike and bring it in to work on it.
Gotcha. You bring it in to work on it. You're proficient in enough to repair the damage that was done to it.
Cool.
So yeah, that'll take about a day at least, maybe another day. But yeah.
All right. So the bike was the one thing I wanted to do. The second thing was check out vehicle, but we can wait on that. If it's like we're still searching for one, that's fine.
Yeah. Tannhauser says, I actually have a line on something that we are going to bring in from the outside, but it'll take a few days to get here. So when that does come in, I will let them know that we're going to put it aside for you, but it'll be a little bit, like a couple of, maybe a week.
And am I able to, I don't know how it works in this world with like the armor and stuff. Am I able to repair armor, or is that a different skill?
It is the field armorer or skill. I think
There's a specific skill.
There is a specific skill for a lot of
Oh
things.
my god. Okay, I don't think I have that.
But there are people around. The Moes can also do that.
My armor's fine. I don't need my armor repaired.
Yeah.
But it was more if I could fix any of our broken armor without costing money.
Yeah. I don't know that you could do it personally.
Okay.
But the Moes could certainly do that. Where's the name? I wrote down the name of the quartermaster somewhere, and I immediately forgot where I wrote it down. Yep. All right. That'll be Tony Spano. Antonia Spano is a human woman in her mid-50s. She's kind of got a dark gray ponytail.
And that's the armorer?
That's the quartermaster, and she can send it off to the armorer to be handled.
Okay.
And refill any ammo. She's the person you come back to for ammo.
Oh, okay. I'll do that.
Yeah, she's a little aggressive about being like, well, what do you need it for?
I don't think I used my shotgun, did I?
No, I don't think you did, no.
I have yet to use it. I used it in our practice fight. Never mind. Sorry.
Yeah.
Use your bike for everything.
I used my bike for all the murder.
Because why wouldn't
All
you?
things.
That's true. Ooh, gonna hose that down while I was fixing it. Definitely hosing all of the Dog Boy blood and Cyber Stalker blood off of it. I feel like Cyber Stalker blood will just make it better.
So gross. All right, but yeah, you hose it down, you get it all
I
clean.
love you, baby. I'm washing it off. So after that, I want to go and find Iola.
Okay.
If it's nighttime, I'm in the bar.
Yeah.
Perfect. One-stop shopping. So I go into the bar. Hey, Iola. Come here. And I want to walk over by like the jukebox. Is there a jukebox that's making
Sure.
noise?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
There is an old-fashioned jukebox full of 45 records that none of them actually play, but it is enchanted to. It's an illusion. But it is a real-sized
Is
jukebox.
there a music playing machine in this bar that I can?
Yes, there is a Techno Wizard jukebox.
Okay. Is there a techno wizard standing there? I don't want to be right
No,
next to
this one can function for anybody, but runs off of magic.
Okay. So I'm sitting there looking like I'm like I'm fixing to make something. Like I'm choosing something. So there is a guy in here who has a lot of money on him.
Okay. How'd he get it?
He's a card shark.
Oh, all right.
He hustles people, or no, not card shark. I'm sorry. Well, I think he probably does that too, but he hustles people at pool.
Okay. I'm listening.
I wanted Harkins to hustle him, but he didn't. But I did notice the last time I saw him that he had a lot of chips on him. Credits.
Mhm.
So if you want, I distract him and you snag him.
Sure.
Okay. I want to play something bouncy, something fun.
Okay. You can easily call up something. Let's say
I'm voting last resort, but no, I'm just kidding. I'm totally kidding.
Good Times. These are the good times.
I don't know that song. I wasn't born in the 70s.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, sorry.
Sorry, you don't know good music. Can it be the final countdown?
It's disco. It's not good
Oh, God.
music.
What did you think? So, all right. So we're playing something crazy. Yeah, the chat gets to choose. Oh, definitely Overkill by Motorhead is probably what he would play, to be honest.
Sure.
All that. Yeah. Well, that's Ace's.
That Techno Wizard's real into Lemmy.
Nobody in this world's heard of Lemmy Kilmeister, which is the most riffs name I think I could ever think of. Anywho, so I'm like, all right, and I go over and I order like a large, another whiskey. I start drinking it, like, and I want to. Where's the card shark guy?
He's in the corner right now, just kind of like leaning back, throwing a card up in the air and catching it between his fingers.
Of course he is. Okay, so is that Grackletooth in here?
Yeah.
Okay. Is
that Grackletooth's known as Miller.
Miller? Okay. Are there a lot of people in this bar right now?
It's a good amount for being at the time of night, so it's like 10-ish. The bar isn't packed, but it's good. People are like chatting and the sound of glasses are clinking in the background.
Good. So as I start playing the music, I kind of want to walk and near-ish to the card shark guy.
Mm-hmm.
I want to look for just another dude like nearby. Just another kind of person. And as I'm dancing, I want to back, like not dancing, but like drinking. And as I'm drinking, I back up into him and I like spill the whiskey on myself a little bit. And I go, "You motherfucker!" And I just want to take my human hand, not my metal hand, because I don't want to kill him. But I want to take my human hand, I want to punch him in the fucking face.
Oh my god.
And then if he punches me back, I'm gonna fall back into the card shark and pull this guy with me. I'm basically gonna cause a fight that I'm hoping will spill into the card shark and cause a ruckus around him, just to give some kind of opening.
Oh god.
Let me just see something about Grackletooth.
Well, is it the Grackletooth I'm bumping into? Because if the Grackletooth's at the bar, I have a different plan for him.
The Aces.
Grackletooth's still at the bar. So this guy, you just deck this guy who is basically like a soldier. There doesn't seem to be too much special about him.
I have my boxing skill, but I don't have it. I don't think you statted it. It doesn't have any numbers on it.
There's no percentage for boxing. It just adds to your attacks and
cool.
other stats.
All right. I don't want to hurt him. I just want to like piss him off so he fucking hits me.
All right, now roll to attack.
Oh, okay.
with your raw strike, and then you will roll to pull punch. This is a thing the system has built into it for some reason.
So I just rolled a strike.
Uh-huh.
And it would get a situational bonus?
No.
Okay. I got a 6.
Okay. He doesn't see it. No, you rolled under 5 naturally. So you
roll with
end
punch.
up missing him, and the guy next to him just looks like a normal human, but just like pushes his friend out of the way. I'm sorry, I just threw myself off camera. Pushes his friend out of the way as though he somehow expected the attack coming.
Fucking psychics.
He was like, "Hey, man, what the hell?"
That guy's just getting up in my. He's not doing anything. He's not attacking me.
Not yet. He's just like, "What the hell, man?"
Can I kick him in the balls? Is it a male? Is it a male creature? I'll kick it in the balls. I'll just kick it in the crotch. I don't care what it is. It'll hurt either way. I'm just gonna kick it.
You go to kick him in the balls, and he just stands there.
I didn't even roll.
Yeah, go ahead and roll.
Okay.
Where are your cup? Come on. Just kidding.
8.
So you go to kick him in the balls, and you completely miss. Oh no, you rolled a 6 on that, not a 5. So you hit square in the balls, and he just doesn't even. He's like, "What is wrong with you?" And throws you across the bar.
Can I go into the card shark?
Yes, you can if you'd like.
Yes. Yeah. That's the whole point. That's the whole point.
All right. Now you have taken
inside
damage
of the
because
bar.
he's trying not to kill you.
Okay. What is he? What am I fighting?
You don't know.
Ooh.
Here's his attack. And you want to be hit by this. He rolls a 2, but you want to be hit by it, right?
Yeah. I'm letting him hit me.
Okay, but you don't know how strong he is. This is his roll to restrained punch. 11, which is enough, so you only take 5d6 SDC.
Okay.
Only 5. Only 5?
Only 5.
5d6.
He didn't do mega damage.
5d6 SDC.
Yeah, luckily he didn't punch you with his mega damage.
So you take 23 damage to your SDC as you get thrown across the bar into the card shark, who actually starts to move out of the way, but is not quick enough to move completely out of the way.
Okay.
While this is happening, is the Grackletooth watching me?
No, the Grackletooth has no reason to be watching you unless you want them to. Actually,
Nope,
roll a prowl.
Okay. Yeah, that's a 6.
Yeah, 20. That's very good. Okay, so you are moving through this crowd.
Oh, I'm also going to cast invisibility on myself, so I think to make it even.
Okay,
Yeah.
you cast invisibility on
I
yourself.
forgot you could go invisible.
Let's see. All right, so you move over to you move into the area next to the gambler, and when Jericho Jack just comes flying into the wall and just cracks into it, you think you might have heard the sound of like a rib crack.
Fuck.
I'm going to try to pick the guy's pocket.
Self.
Okay. He's got some shit going on. All right,
Wait, whose rib crack? Mine or the guy's?
yours.
Okay, good. I didn't want to.
Okay, good. No big deal.
I'm just gonna take all his money. I don't want to hurt him.
Yeah, basically. Well,
Yeah.
if I know if I hurt him, Harkins will fucking freak out.
He's got a couple of things going on. I don't think, because he definitely has that and that, but he doesn't have that ready. So he definitely has Sixth Sense,
Oh, of course he does.
but he didn't move out of the way in time.
And you're invisible.
And you are invisible, and he's not using See Invisible right. Yeah, he does not expect this. So go ahead and roll your palming.
Yes.
Is it pickpockets or palming?
It's pickpockets.
Okay, that's what I thought. I mean, it's the
That is
same.
what you are literally doing.
but- Do I get anything extra because I am? Oh, I don't need it.
Yeah, okay. No, you don't need it all.
Yeah, buddy.
All right, so you just reach into his pocket where you were told the credit sticks are. In there you find, you can only grab one of these things.
Okay.
Two last shot pull-out pistols. They're the Wilkes pocket, like,
Oh, okay.
I forget what they're, yeah. Two of those, which just seems a little weird for this pocket. a silver dagger, a silver throwing card, actually. It's a card that looks sharpened and is silver.
That's so cool. Okay.
And 2 credit chips. You don't know which amount is on which.
And I can't take both of the credit chips. I can take one of them.
You can take both the credit chips, but also with you rolled well enough that you noticed he has a second, much easier pocket to pick.
Oh. What's in that?
1 credit chip.
I'm gonna take the 2 credit chips.
Okay, you grab the 2 credit chips.
Yeah, I don't want to take anything that he might like know is his.
Yeah.
Well,
Seems
you
way
all,
smarter.
that sounded like a bait pocket. He had a bait pocket.
Yep.
You're in the real pocket. You're in the vault pocket. Keeps all his good shit.
Okay. So when you make your way away, you check the 2 credit chips. One of them has 230 credits on it, and the other has 140.
All right. Throck is mad. I thought he would have more money, Throck. I don't know.
He has a lot of money in many different places on him.
I'm sure he does.
Yeah,
just
the
getting
fact that
drunk.
you got from the good pocket means you rolled extremely well. If you had rolled poorly,
I would have gotten
Who
the crap
knows?
pocket.
Yeah.
Or who knows?
The poop pocket, as he calls it.
well, he's the kind of guy that always keeps a little money on him to lose.
Mhm. Makes sense.
But
The
you
space
walk away
piranha
with that
pocket.
quite easily. Though when you turn back around, you can see that there's someone in the corner. It looks like some kind of blob-shaped humanoid. This is called a protoplasm, I believe. They are known to be psychics. Who's just looking at you and going, with its weird.
I'm just gonna wink and keep walking.
I would like to pry myself out of the wall, please.
Okay, here's the thing.
I'm going to jail.
No, you're not. Cyrus or Cyril helps you up.
Who's Cyril?
He's the gambler.
Cyril
Wildcard.
figures.
You should feel bad now. You should feel. No, I'm just kidding.
He should have felt bad before he robbed
All
me.
right. What's on your pockets?
What?
What's on your pockets and arms?
Arms. I have
The metal.
What?
I meant like what stuff do you have? Because you're losing some of it just now.
Okay. So he has the explosive shells on the outside of his arm that he can take off to like combat load. They're on the outside, so they're visible. I don't think he would go for that. On the inside of his pockets, he probably doesn't have anything much of worth because he probably keeps it all on the bike, but I will say that he has a locket in one of his pockets that's like made of gold, and that's nice, and that's important to him. And it would probably be kind of expensive. But a little tarnished, a little old at this point. I'll say he also keeps in his pocket at all time 1 credit chip that's worth. I'm gonna send you what it's worth. Hold on. I think you remember what we said, but I'm gonna write it into this right now.
Maybe.
Hold on. Ready? It's 1 credit chip worth this much.
Okay.
And that's on him at all times. But that's probably close. That's probably like under the armor close. But if this guy's good, he can probably get it out.
So he says as he helps you up, he pats you on the back and goes, "Oh, hey, you dropped this," and hands you the locket.
The locket?
Yeah.
Oh, thanks.
All
Well,
right, man.
see ya.
What is just? Why would you? Okay, bud. Have. And as you go out, you when you go to check that the locket's still there, still intact, everything, nothing has changed about it. Though if you for some reason check that credit chip, that credit chip is now worth 7. It used to be worth a lot more, but now it is worth 7.
It's not gone.
A different one is there.
Oh, cool. So he took the 2,000, swapped it with a lesser one.
Yep.
I feel better about tonight.
I know, right? That's what you get. Sorry,
Yeah.
not sorry.
Oh fuck! And I say we go on to somebody else from there.
Yes.
Not like an oh fuck, like oh fuck, like oh fuck, like really seriously.
It's bad.
Yeah, it's very bad. This is very bad news.
All right. So, oh yeah.
What does Iola do?
Yeah.
Oh, she'd give the money to Jack. She doesn't need it.
Sweet. I'm gonna go
Just
spend
keeping
it
her skill
on
sharp.
burger. Here I
Apparently,
go.
he does need it now.
Apparently.
Oh, I don't know. All right. So, let's see. The next thing would be,
370
hello.
now, credits.
Hello. As you're messing around with the stuff, I take it you're hanging around the shop with the Moes a bit.
Yeah.
The Moes are just baffled by you.
Oh yeah.
They love how, like, occasionally they'll ask you about, like, a problem that they've been having trouble solving.
Mhm.
And you can run a diagnostic on them and tell them, like, oh, here's probably what's actually wrong with it.
Yeah.
And so the Moes have given you an honorary Mo tag.
Yes.
On it says honorary Mo.
Mo.
It says honorary Mo.
So what else are you doing with
have
them?
that like attack like pull out like have them what is it like dislodge a small part of the underbody and like attach that into it.
You probably weld it
Absolutely.
to yourself.
Yes.
Yeah,
I
they
what?
weld it just right on.
You just
Yeah,
weld
they
it.
weld
Just, like,
it, yeah.
tack weld it to yourself.
I weld it to like right next to the like PlayStation 1 controller buttons that I have. It's like
Yeah.
they're going down and then it says honorary Mo right next to it.
Yeah. So what else are you doing with the Moes or with anyone else?
I would like
Mhm.
to kind of play into that a little bit, like the honorary Mo thing, and help them out and see if I can get any extra little tidbits for the vehicle using my new status.
All right, they will definitely like start putting aside slightly better parts for you. Give me a mechanics roll with at an 88% because of your abilities,
Okay.
or if you have a different skill that you would like to use.
Skill BioWare mechanics or just
No, BioWare mechanics is things like cybernetics and you know.
So just the mechanical engineering?
Yeah, give me a mechanical engineering roll.
That's that without the. How do you add the extra?
Just hit the button next to it, actually.
Which
It
the
should actually
35?
be true. Yeah, just roll the dice next to it.
That's what
Wait,
I did.
that was your
That's what
check.
got
I'm sorry.
that.
You got a 27. So yeah, you did amazing. So you help them. They're having trouble with a Samus power armor that has come in that apparently has a manufacturing defect in it. Do you want to talk, like, they seem a little stumped by it. How do you help them figure something out about it?
I'm going to go ahead and check my databases and just kind of using their lingo, I guess, kind of like some of my dad joke stuff, I guess.
You so you can speak Technocant, which is the language of engineers and whatnot.
Yeah.
And here's the thing, in your databases running through, you come across a set of blueprints for what looks to be the prototype for this, which is a very weird thing because this is said to be built by the Coalition. That the Coalition developed the Samus and then everyone stole them from them and copied it. But you come across a weird file which has a bunch of like corrupted data in it, but the parts that remain show a factory defect that was predicted by this report. And let's say it has to do with thrust, so you could make some weird thrust joke.
Yeah. There are so many thrust jokes.
But do you even know that it's a joke when you're telling it?
Nope. Not at all. Not 100% not. Just something that I probably heard somebody say at one point, and I just say it, and they're all laughing, and I'm just like, whatever. Just complete blank face. Although I would like to copy the file.
You don't need to copy. It is your file. You don't-
Okay. I thought
It's
it was something
already
that I
in your systems, which is a little
Okay.
strange. But yeah, you highlight it and make sure you remember that it was there.
Yeah, I did a little star that you get in your emails, just like a little star.
You favorited it. Yeah.
I favorited.
So yeah, you have that fun moment.
I
Yeah.
would also like to be playing some what is it steampunk music while this is playing. Like have my Zune turn on to like some steampunk music while we're working.
Nice.
A steampunk
Yeah.
playlist.
Steam Powered
Yeah.
Giraffe? Are you playing Steam Powered Giraffe?
Sure.
There's a band. What is it? Perhaps Contraption, which is like a British marching band,
Yeah.
punk band.
Just some outrageously ridiculous, like slightly dubsteppy, but
Gotcha.
like get some like whoom, 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 doo, 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 whoom, whoom.
Nice.
But it's just like awkwardly, like it's not loud, it's just awkwardly playing in the background, so it's like she's talking to herself, but it's like through the music.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're like, "Where did you hear this? I love this band."
Download it into my program systems, and then I start like downloading it into their computer so that they have some of my playlist.
Nice.
Yeah.
You've created Napster. All right. So, the next day, it's a normal day. Let's say all of you are in the cafeteria or in the bar, because it's basically the same thing, for a lunch. When all of a sudden, bounding through the doors, a tiny gray streak comes flying at Harkins.
Wow, Bill!
God.
Harkins is knocked over in his chair as he says this. And everyone give me a perception real quick.
It's also like 11:05.
I know. So this
Okay.
is...
Okay.
All right. So I only needed... Oh, geez. So Iola, you see coming in... Iola got a natural 20. So I'm going to go with her. You see coming into the bar, basically underneath a set of swinging doors, looks to be a shark. Looks to be a tiny shark with paws. And then it opens its mouth, pants happily, and just throws itself
And
at-
y'all said I
at
was
Harkins. And that's where we're going to stop.
He
It's my
has
Y'all said
a-
I was weird looking,
he has
guys.
a fucking shark dog.
He
It's
does.
a shark
You
dog.
can
course he
have
does.
shark dogs in this game.
Of
I
course
wanna
he
We'll put
does.
it. We'll put the picture in the Discord.
I picked the wrong
Yeah.
character.
No, you did not. No, you did
No,
not.
100%.
I'm looking at steam powered giraffes. Fuck them. I want to see the shark dog.
All
Hey,
right,
Steam Powered
everybody.
Giraffe is awesome. Don't you
Fuck
hate?
steam powered giraffe. They're goofy as fuck.
They're
I'll pull it up
amazing.
on my phone so I can show audience what we see.
I think I've seen the art of this shark dog that you're talking about.
That
on
is my
Instagram.
pet moonseer hound called Wild Bill, but we will learn more about him next week.
Yes, we will.
Ear hound.
Indeed.
It's a thing. We'll
God
talk
damn.
about it.
Shark
right.
dogs.
Is it in the Discord yet?
No, not yet.
We will put it in it after.
I am so jealous.
It'll take a little bit.
Jealous.
Okay.
So, thank you everybody for coming out and watching with us and chatting with us and keeping things rocking. Just want to shout out to our sponsors, Devin Rue, Mistress of Maps, and So Nerdware. Great stuff and great merch. We've got a Patreon, so please come join us there. And now that I've got that all the way, if anyone wants to mention something they thought was cool, that someone else did. So let's start with Jericho Jack.
Hello, I am Evan. I am Evan Jennings 64 on the Twitters and Zombie Love Juice everywhere else. And I like this one. There's a lot of role play in this one. This is really good. I don't know. I love all the backstory with Jovra. It's an interesting character.
Mhm.
I like when she interacts with stuff because she seems to know a lot of shit, and like it's a very serious character, but not like boring or annoying. You know what I mean? Like how it's like an interesting character. So I want to see more of that and give her more like crazy trinkets to be like, what the fuck is that? which I think is cool. I also love her dragon. And I don't know, I want to learn more about Harkins.
All right, and where can
I
we?
think everybody did great with this. I don't know if I have a favorite thing because this was very fluid and it was very good. I just had a really good time. I think I love Jack and Hello's interactions because they're nonsense. So I'm looking forward to
It's like total nonsense.
Yeah, and I want to definitely make a Dirty Deeds thief team with Iola because we can do crimes and it's gonna be fun. We can steal shit. It's gonna be good stuff.
Nice. And where can we find you online?
So I am on this channel for. I will be on this channel tomorrow for the Mages game. I will also be on a game this Saturday. I think we might be doing every Saturday. I'm not sure. For Sabat, where I play evil vampires, so that's a lot of fun, of course, for this. Other than that, I have my own YouTube channel on Beyond DMH, where I do my own D&D, where I run an evil campaign. So if you want to see my 3 friends be absolute assholes to a bunch of innocent people, you can watch us on there. That's pretty great. We're going to hell in this episode. We're already in hell, so
Literally going to hell.
we are in hell, literal hell. And so yeah, so that's where you can find me. And yeah.
All right. Thank you. All right, Jovra.
Hi, I'm Michelle Ely. You can find me on Twitter at Michelle Ely. Right now on the channel, I'm, in this game. I was able to do a one-shot with Throck and Death by Mage with the very legal broomsticks and wands game. I don't know how.
Legally distinct. Yes.
Such a good game, though. Such a good game.
It's very legally distinct.
It's very legally distinct. As for, I really like how an interesting episode can happen without combat. I think it's great when you can have an episode is, interesting with combat and then an episode it's not combat but still interesting. I can't wait for it's interesting. Jovra knows Iola well, and it's going to be interesting Jovra watching Iola interact with Jericho Jack, because like that I saw like that was like my favorite moment because Jovra like knows some other stuff and everything and such. So that was.
Have you two been sharing backstory with each other?
No, but we really need to.
We need to.
I keep meaning to do it and I keep forgetting.
It happens.
That's fantastic. And did you mention the other awesome things you do?
I part of 2 podcasts. One is called Legends of S.H.I.E.L.D., which we talk about Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and other mode properties, and the Starlight Tribune, where we talk about Arrow. Right now, we're talking about DC's Legends, and you can find that on the GonnaGeek.com network.
Nice. Thank you very much. All right, let's go to Iola.
I'm Kate. You can find me on the Twitters by Me in Midair and on the Instagram, although I'm not very much often on that. I'm on this channel quite a lot. I play this game with these awesome folks on Tuesday nights. Friday nights, I'm in Throck's Dragon Dark Days campaign, where we still are not dead, surprisingly. We are still in the Tomb of Annihilation. Yes, we are. He's not TPK'd us yet. And then I also DM our late Sunday night Fem and Envy game, Emissaries of Avithna, which I think Fox classified as something strangely horny. I don't remember, but it's great. We have a lot of fun. So come check us out. It's at midnight EST on Sundays. And then, gosh, I know it's like the easy picking fruit, but come on, the arms thing was freaking hilarious.
I love when characters just come to life and do it, nothing that either player expected to happen.
It's just like Jack. I just love their dynamic and Jack messing with Hello and Hello just going along with it. It's hilarious. I think it's really funny.
Best upgrades, yes, Skeleton.
Thank you for that. Thank you for that.
No, we just have dead arms hanging there.
Thank you for going along with the nonsense and making it great. I appreciate it.
Oh yeah.
That's the theme of riffs.
I mean, when you pick a character that literally says awkward, there's so much to go off of.
All right, all finished. Okay, hello.
My name is Maxine Bachman, also known as That Girl at That Place on everything except for Instagram, where I am Lady Skyburn. Just got back from Origin, so you can see a bunch of my cool stuff there. Had so much fun. Next one will be Gen Con. You can see me at Gen Con if you want to see me there. Just message me and we'll try to do a meetup. Other than that, you can find me on Threadwriters. I do a lot of stuff with Threadwriters. Right now, I'm in a bi-weekly game. Next week is one of our games from 4 to 7 Eastern Standard Time, where I play a Russian Black Panther. I am a barbarian, very different than Hello. So yeah, so that one's super fun. And yeah, I'm just kind of everywhere doing all the things role play esque and board gamey and all that kind of stuff because I mean, fun.
And just one tidbit, real quick.
Yeah. I honestly am just loving all the NPCs that you're making. Like, just these amazingly awesome characters with ridiculous names, but yet they're all just I love them, all of them. Like saw blades for wings. Excuse me, say what?
I did not create that. I must say that was a friend of mine's character.
Still, man, that's
It's
still
an amazing character, and you've only scratched the surface.
yeah. I'm just kind of like in like this. Me as a player, I want to divulge into the life of this speed doctor. Like I am all about the doctor right now. Just saying.
He's been some places.
Like
The most
he is
successful
my
doctor.
number one. Like I want to get to know him. I mean, Hello may be like, oh, it's just another being upon this planet, but I'm like, how can I get into the life and mind of this character? So yeah,
Thank you.
and now it's our dog. So yeah.
Yeah.
And okay, Harkins.
Hey, I am Throck, and I had a lot of fun tonight. What was my favorite thing that happened? Pretending I have no idea what happened in the last episode, I think was my favorite thing that happened. The whole conversation with Jover. Yeah.
That was
Good work.
really
So
good.
good.
That was like really
That was
cool
so
to
good.
watch.
Yeah.
That was a cool one because she's like, no, like this must have happened. No, it didn't. Like,
Yeah. No.
oh.
No.
I have
Even-
yet to see the last episode. I cannot wait to
Yeah.
I was hoping that was hard because in my notes, I'm like, I don't know this. And then all of a sudden Zarzik's like, but I do. And it's like, so trying to play Jovra who doesn't know,
Yeah.
try to be like, I'm sorry. She just keeps saying it. She won't, which is true. Zarzik, la, 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 la.
Yeah.
And try to convey that this is what Zarzik is saying, but Jovra is like, I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't know. She won't shut up about, which is true. She, and
Yeah.
try to make sure that balance that like in such, I hope I did that well.
Oh
Yes.
no, I thought it was great. Yeah, no, it was
Yeah,
amazing.
Good.
And
Yeah.
Harkins is like, this is not real. He did lie to you, like straight up about one thing, but I won't tell you what that one thing was. There's
Ooh.
the one thing there, and I will throw that out to the team. There was all truth and one lie in that, and hopefully I played it where you couldn't tell what was what because there's and so you actually placed a seed of doubt in him without him showing it because he wouldn't. He's stoic guy until Wild Bill shows up, and then he's puppy. Yeah. Yeah, no, that was my favorite part. I'm Throck, also known as Throck Plays on all of the interweb things. You can find me Wednesday nights for the Mage game that we run at 9 p.m., 8:30 p.m. Eastern, and then Saturdays, Dragon Dark Days, with me and Midair, where we're doing Tomb of Annihilation, and I will TPK them this week. No, I'm totally kidding. I have no idea what's going to happen. And then Sundays at 1 p.m. for a Legend of the Five Rings game, which has turned out really weirdly well so far. I'm really excited that new thing has started as well. But that's it for me. Yeah.
Tomb of Annihilation is wonderful, which is also the game that I'm in. So not
Yes.
his, but same game.
Yeah, it's a fun mod.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. Thank you so much. I'm by Sonic Kevin on the Twitters. You can find me here tomorrow night. Maybe causing some more paradox than I normally do. Being a little obsessive. Okay. Yeah. I just keep your eyes out on my Twitter. I'll post things up, and thank you for joining us tonight. I love all of these players, and I can't wait to see if Harkins is going to shoot or punch Jericho Jack first.
I thought about putting one in the back of his head even before he went and stole from people, just because I think he's a liability to the group. But I'm not actually going to do that because I'm not evil. Yeah. I kept thinking about it. I'm like,
Liability to the
he's an
group.
SDC creature. All I'd have to do is do that to the back of his head and he'd be dead and it'd be great. Yeah. And I would never have to worry about it again. But I would never actually do that because not evil. Yeah.
I'm gonna kill him in his sleep. Next session, I'm killing him. I'm just taking my weapon and killing him in his sleep. That's it.
And the creepy robot is all that's left of the party.
And the Iron Riders are dead.
And we murdered each
The
other.
end.
Tune in next week for Tidbit. No, all right.
Okay. We're going to go rate
Everybody,
Dubstat
thank you so
Charisma.
much.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Hit the rate button. Stop